Yo, 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 it's Big Ant the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I did want to make sure I came and spoke on this story. We did tap in on it last week, one night, or maybe when it first happened. I can't remember. I did speak on it already on the channel. Haven't dropped a video on it yet, but I will drop one on the latest. I was trying to let more facts come out and let more information touch on it and everything like that. So we got a major update with Karmelo Anthony being released on bond. It was for $1 million at first. They reduced it to 250, and he did bond out earlier today. It's a lot going on. This is Frisco, Texas. We most definitely, it's an unfortunate story, man. You never want to see a teenager killed. You never want to see nobody life being lost, and anybody losing a kid. They most definitely going through it. You never want to see nothing like that, man. So I say condolences to the families and the friends of Austin and his loved ones and everybody going through it. His parents, his friends. It's affecting the people in the school and things like that. And you hate to see this. So, God bless his soul with Austin and them, his brother, all them, and condolences, rest in peace. And at the same time, these guys are 17. And 17, if we all grown here. It don't be, we be having like 19-year-olds watching. Here and there, we might have some young teenagers watching. I've had like mothers or fathers or parents tell me that they teenage kids watch the channel and they support the channel and they watch it with their kids sometime or whatever, and they know about me. So we do have a younger audience, but there a little bit. But most of the audience here is grown, so we all adults here. Believe it or not, this audience here is like 25 and up. So we know that at 17, you a kid. I say that to say this. At 25 years old, people that are 25, you know, at 25, you look back, you say, okay, nigga, I'm 17. But, it's an unfortunate situation, and I'm under God. I'm under God. I'm always under God first with these type of situations. So I'm never gonna be heinous. I don't ever want to be disrespectful to nobody. But I'll be real with y'all. Before we get it started, y'all turn us all the way up. Y'all turn us all the way up before we get it started. Karmelo Anthony will beat this case. Karmelo Anthony will beat this murder case. Now, I don't know how the knife law works. I don't know about charges of the school grounds or things like that with the knife. But when it comes to the murder, he will beat this murder case. I'm from Texas, born and raised Houston, family from Louisiana. We do have a stand your ground law here and only operate in logic and common sense. He will beat this murder case. If he didn't have support in the finances to get a good lawyer, it could work differently. What you have to know about the legal system, on top of facts mattering, one thing about the legal system, it's not about what you know, it's about what you can prove. And it's always about cause and effect. And it's always about money. I know a lot of y'all think that the legal system is based upon right from wrong and righteous, and the legal system operates in a business aspect. So most definitely sitting, they going through a lot. Karmelo Anthony's going through a lot, y'all. And you got to know, yeah, he stabbed somebody. That person died. But what does that do to the mental of a 17-year-old? You got to think what his nights is like, man. You got to know what he like, what he going through as a 17-year-old. You got to know what he going like. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on.
The Frisco teenager charged with murder and the stabbing death of another teen is out on bond tonight.
This happened hours after a hearing with his legal team working to get the bond reduced. The suspect's father testified about his son and a growing online fundraiser. As Maria Guerrero witnessed, the victim's mother shook her head and was in tears as the judge agreed to cut bond from $1 million to $250,000.
Karmelo, do you have anything that you'd like to say, Karmelo?
Trading yellow jail garb for a suit and whisked away without answering any questions. A stoic Karmelo Anthony walked out of the Collin County Jail hours after his defense attorney successfully petitioned a lower bond.
Do you have anything that you'd like to say to the victim, to the family of the victim?
This is a tragedy all the way around for both families. Rushing to judgment, trial by public.
You're charged with murder. The Frisco teenager.
So I want this to be clear again, y'all. I'm gonna let some of these news clips play. We'll go through it. I want y'all to listen to the verbiage. I'm never the guy that wants to be harsh for a 17-year-old to be killed of any walk of life for anybody. You understand what I'm saying? But the verbiage of this is the end all or be all. Whether the light, it could be a gun, it could be a knife, it could be a bat, it could be any weapon. That doesn't make it murder when it's self-defense, y'all. When it's self-defense, that don't make it murder. I'm just telling you the truth. We'll play this clip real quick. Them walking out. Shout out to the replay gang. Everybody that's coming back to see this on replay. Let y'all see this, and we'll go through some more news clips as well. This one is Channel 5 out the Fort Worth area, if I'm not mistaken. DFW somewhere. Frisco, Texas, for people that don't know, is Frisco, Texas is north of Dallas. Frisco, Texas is north of Dallas, so we'll play it.
Charged with murder and the stabbing death of another teen is out on bond tonight.
This happened hours after a hearing with his legal team working to get the bond reduced. The suspect's father testified about his son and a growing online fundraiser. As Maria Guerrero witnessed, the victim's mother shook her head and was in tears as the judge agreed to cut bond from $1 million to $250,000.
How we sound? Are we good?
That you'd like to say, Karmelo?
Trading yellow jail garb for a suit and whisked away without answering any questions. A stoic Karmelo Anthony walked out of the Collin County Jail hours after his defense attorney successfully petitioned a lower bond.
Do you have anything that you'd like to say to the victim, to the family of the victim?
This is a tragedy all the way around for both families. Rushing to judgment, trial by public perception and trial by media is not how we ensure justice is done.
Ongoing security concerns leading to increased security for an early morning bond hearing. Anthony's family arriving to court flanked by friends and activists. His father, Andrew, taking the stand, describing the Centennial High School senior as an A student with 2 jobs, captain of the football and track teams, and active in church. According to an affidavit, Anthony repeatedly admitted to stabbing Memorial High School student Austin Metcalf during a district track meet almost 2 weeks ago. Anthony was seated under Memorial High's team tent. When Metcalf tried to move him, witnesses told Frisco police Anthony pulled a knife from his bag, stabbed Metcalf in the chest, and ran off before being arrested. The 17-year-old lay dying in his twin brother's arms. The suspect receiving an outpouring of support, an online fund raising over $410,000. On leave from work, Anthony's father said they need that money for his defense and to move out of their rental house because of ongoing threats against the family. Prosecutor Bill Werski calling this a brutal first-degree unjustified murder, where for reasons unknown, Anthony brought a knife to a track meet and responded with lethal force in what could have ended at worst in a fist fight.
The big question that a lot of people have is why was this young man armed on school property?
That's an understandable question, but it's not something that, frankly, we're prepared to even go into. It's going to be a big question, and it's something that we will find out, and we ask that the public, as hard as it is, withhold judgment.
District Attorney Greg Willis making brief remarks on the tragedy that's rocked Collin County.
It has struck a nerve in the community, and it's hard for everybody to be level-headed at a time like this. So that's where we come in. It's our job to be level-headed, to be fact-based, and to follow the truth wherever it leads.
The DA's office will wait for Frisco police to finish up their investigation before bringing this case before a grand jury. Anthony is on house arrest with an ankle monitor. Any violations, and the judge says he'll be brought back and remain here in jail until his case is resolved. Maria Guerrero, NBC5.
That feeling when you
I'm gonna go through some stuff, and I want to go back and play one part again. I'm gonna read up some of the information here. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It's a lot going on. We're not gonna play dumb. Like they like to sugarcoat shit. Y'all know we don't sugarcoat shit over here on Urban Politicians TV when it comes to shit like this. Anybody who says this is not a racial conversation is full of shit right now. Would y'all agree? Let's keep it a band. Anybody that says this is not a racial conversation is full of shit right now. We know this. This is going to be a racial thing, y'all. Welcome to America. It's been going on for half a millennium, y'all. Half a millennium is 500 years for y'all that don't know. We 500 years on this shit. So, I want y'all to know this. I'm not a forensics guy. I'm not part of the forensics crew. I'm not part of the forensics team. I wasn't on the scene. There's a lot of he say, she say going on. You can't kill the kid's credibility right here, y'all, because he's a straight A student and he has 2 jobs. People speak highly of the other guy, of Austin. Cool. Feel how you feel about either one. We're going to go to the facts. And one of the facts that I heard was, and I think y'all heard it as well, he's sitting under the incorrect tent. Austin moved him. We've heard from other people, because y'all have to know this, he's been charged, but this has not went to the grand jury yet. I'd say this, it's even 50-50 if it even goes and the grand jury pushes it through. It feels like they're not going to push it through because of when I hear he moved them in Texas, bro. If I fear danger, if I fear harm, I have a right to defend myself if I say I felt that I was in danger or I felt that I could be hurt. You could have an opinion about that. You can feel however you want to feel about that. What y'all have to know, once you put your hands on somebody, it can go there. Once you put your hands on somebody in Texas, it can go there. And Texas is not the only state that's a thing. We'll use George Zimmerman in Florida, for example. We'll use that for example. Let me read up some of the information real quick. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all turn us up. Hit that like button and turn it up. It says, what to know. Bond for 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony was originally set at $1 million. Anthony has been charged with murder for the death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. Anthony has claimed self-defense. That's that. Judge Angela Tucker lowered Anthony's bond Monday to $250,000, meaning he had to come up with $25,000 for the bond. Anthony bond comes with conditions, including wearing an ankle monitor while under house arrest. Anthony's attorney, Michael Howard, said they expect to post bond sometime Monday, which that happened today. The memorial service for Metcalf took place over the weekend. It says, the Frisco teenager accused of fatally stabbing another teenager at a track meet earlier this month is free after his $1 million bond was lowered Monday morning. Police say 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony fatally stabbed 17-year-old Austin Metcalf on April 2nd after an altercation in the stands at a Frisco ISD track meet. Metcalf, who had been stabbed in the chest, died in his twin brother's arms at Kirkendall Stadium. Anthony was arrested after the incident and charged with murder, but claimed self-defense. Anthony's attorney, Michael Howard, asked the 199th District Court at Judge Angela Tucker to reduce it. Okay, hold on. Let me see what else they say. He says, no passport. He's never been in trouble. He doesn't have a passport. And he'd be surrounded by family and friends to hold him accountable ahead of trial. Anthony's age, his lack of criminal history, and whether he's a flight risk. Hold on. They said, Howard said Monday it's too early to say what happened at the track meet and that their investigation along with police departments is ongoing. Howard said all of the facts will come out. Every Texan has a right to defend themselves when they reasonably fear for their life. Self-defense is a protection that applies to each and every one of us, said Howard. There are two sides to every story. When asked why his client brought the knife to a track meet, Howard said they weren't ready to address that. That was when they talked to the lawyer. According to police, Anthony admitted to stabbing Metcalf and claimed self-defense. When an officer referred to Anthony as the alleged suspect, he reportedly responded, "I'm not alleged, I did it," and asked whether the stabbing could be considered self-defense, and Metcalf was okay. He asked, was he okay? Metcalf, who died being stabbed in the chest, was remembered at a memorial service over the weekend. So they've been receiving threats. So if you listen to the way the news is reporting this, y'all, I'm going to bring it back one time real quick. And let's listen to how the lady spoke on that. We'll go to some other news clips. But I want y'all to hear that moved part. That just stands out to me the most, man. That stands out the most to me. Let's listen to that again.
Father testified about his son and a growing online fundraiser. As Maria Guerrero witnessed, the victim's mother shook her head and was in tears.
That one part
moved from $1 million to $250,000.
Karmelo, do you have anything that you'd like to say, Karmelo?
Trading yellow jail garb for a suit and whisked
Give me a
away
mic
without
check, we
answering
good?
any questions. A stoic Karmelo Anthony walked out of the Collin County Jail hours after his defense attorney successfully petitioned a lower bond.
Do you have anything that you'd like to say to the victim, to the family of the victim?
This is a tragedy all the way around for both families. Rushing to judgment, trial by public perception and trial by media is not how we ensure justice is done.
Ongoing security concerns leading to increased security for an early morning bond hearing. Anthony's family arriving to court flanked by friends and activists. His father, Andrew, taking the stand, describing the Centennial High School senior as an A student with 2 jobs, captain of the football and track teams and active in church. According to an affidavit, Anthony repeatedly admitted to stabbing Memorial High School student Austin Metcalf during a district track meet almost 2 weeks ago. Anthony was seated under Memorial High's team tent. When Metcalf tried to move him, witnesses told Frisco police Anthony pulled a knife from his bag, stabbed Metcalf in the chest, and ran off before.
Tried to move him. I'm going to be real with y'all, and I know I'm just telling you, as a nigga from Texas, as a nigga from Houston, I listen to the verbiage. And this is going from affidavits, but the police are not really giving direct situations. They're not telling us exactly what the investigation is rolling with. You're going to get a bunch of theories online. You're going to get a bunch of opinions online. This is an unfortunate situation for Austin's family. A fortunate situation for Karmelo's family. We have to work as a people from avoiding and it even getting to this type of point. We have to know this. We have to stop this. We don't know if there's a video. I haven't seen anything as far as a video. But when I hear her say he moved him, not asked him to move, he tried to move him, that means it was physical. That means it got physical. From the way I'm hearing it. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. It sounds like it got physical. Or there was some type of confrontation going on. Now, when it comes to the stabbing, once again, God bless, rest in peace. Stabbed one time, y'all. He was stabbed one time. One time. He died from one stab. This means that this wasn't an act of premeditation. This wasn't an act of I'm coming to try to stab you to death. One stab means I'm just trying to get you off of me. That's how an investigator would see it. That's the prosecutor is going to see how they want to see it. They want to paint him out to be the worst guy ever. They can't do that. And if y'all didn't peep, you see how he came out the if you peep how he came out the courtroom today.
Took her head and was in tears as the judge agreed
This
to
was
cut
thought
bond
out.
from $1 million
He
to
came out the jail in the suit.
$250,000.
He came out the jail in
Karmelo,
the
do you have
suit
anything that
today.
you'd like to
Everybody
say,
around
Karmelo?
him is suits.
Trading yellow jail garb for
That's
a suit
because
and
they're
whisked
not
away without
going
answering
to
any
let y'all
questions.
paint him
A
out to
stoic
be a
Karmelo
thug.
Anthony walked out of the
He's
Collin
not
County
coming
Jail
out in a
hours
hoodie. He's
after
not
his
coming out
defense attorney
hugged out.
successfully petitioned
He's
a
in a
lower
clean,
bond.
Do you
starch
have anything
suit.
that you'd like to say to the victim, to the family of the victim?
This is a tragedy all the way around for both families.
That was for
rushing
the presentation.
judgment, trial by public
One
perception
stab
and trial
wound
by
means,
media
hey,
is not how we ensure justice.
I'm
is
not
done.
trying to really
Ongoing
harm you. That
security concerns
signifies, man, I
leading
just
to
want to
increased
get you off
security
of
for
me.
an early morning bond
That's
hearing.
what one stab
Anthony's
means. The
family
experts are going
arriving
to say
to court
that.
flanked by friends and activists.
And
His father
nobody
Andrew
can
taking the
pinpoint
stand, describing the
where your
Centennial
heart
High School
is.
senior as an A student with
You have
2
to be a
jobs,
specialist.
captain of the football and
You have
track
to
teams, and
be
active in church.
somebody that
According
deals
to
with
an affidavit,
bodies.
Anthony repeatedly
And then
admitted to
even
stabbing
with
Memorial High School student Austin
the area
Metcalf
of
during
the
a
heart,
district track meet almost 2 weeks ago.
everybody's
Anthony
body
was
is
seated
built a
under
little bit
Memorial
different. He
High's
wouldn't
team
know
tent. When
exactly where the
Metcalf tried
heart
to
was
move
at.
him, witnesses told Frisco police
So he could have
Anthony
probably
pulled
went
a
an inch
knife
to the
from his
left or to
bag,
the right,
stabbed
and
Metcalf
dog would
in the
still be
chest, and
living.
ran off before
And we
being
wouldn't even be
arrested.
talking
The
about this.
17-year-old lay dying in his
Him
twin
having
brother's
that
arms.
knife,
The suspect
whether that
receiving an
knife was
outpouring of
illegal
support,
or
an
not,
online fundraising
that
over
doesn't make it murder.
$410,000.
Just keep
On
it in
leave
the
from
1,000,
work,
y'all.
Anthony's father said they need that
It's
money
tough.
for his defense and to move out of their rental
It's
house
tough. I
because
know it's
of
an
ongoing
unfortunate
threats against the
situation,
family.
man.
Prosecutor Bill Werski calling this a brutal first-degree unjustified murder, where for reasons
Unjustified.
unknown, Anthony brought a knife to a track meet and responded with lethal force in what could have ended at worst in a fist fight.
The big question that a lot of people have
It
is
worst a
why was
fist
this
fight.
young
So
man armed on
imagine,
school property?
I'll tell the prosecutor
That's an
this.
understandable question, but it's not something that, frankly,
I'll tell
we're
the
prepared to
prosecutor
even go
this, right?
into.
Let me
It's
go back to
going
what
be
that
a big
prosecutor
question,
said.
and that's an
School property.
Who are you to
That's
tell
the
somebody
Question that a lot
that
of
they
people
need
have
to
is
fight
why
somebody
was this young man
in,
armed?
in this
Calling this
world?
a brutal first-degree
Listen to this.
unjustified murder, where for reasons unknown, Anthony brought a knife to a track meet and responded with lethal force in what could have ended at worst in a fist fight.
So, for reasons unknown is insinuating like this could be premeditated, like this could be thought out. Are you serious? So we supposed to believe that this 17-year-old woke up and went to the track meet and said, I'm going to go stand up under this so-called tent or be up under this tent so I can have a reason to use my knife. You want to convince that to a jury? Are we going to try to convince that to a jury with one stab wound, on top of the fact, how can you tell somebody what could have ended at worst in a fist fight? You can die from a fist fight, sir. You can die from a fist fight. Am I right or wrong? So am I supposed to go every time I have an altercation, I'm supposed to say, hey, well, we just gonna fight it out? I want y'all to swap this around. If two big black dudes went up and moved a white person, a white kid from the area, or one big black dude went up to a white kid and moved him from that area, and the white kid pulled out the knife and stabbed the bigger black dude, are they going to say you shouldn't have stabbed him? The worst that could have happened was a fist fight? Are they going to say the worst that could have happened was a fist fight? I want y'all to visualize that. I want y'all to be real with me. Are they going to tell a black kid who's a linebacker? We've all went to school with big, swole, strong niggas. He goes up to a smaller white kid and moves him or tells him he needs to move. It gets into a back and forth. It becomes an issue. And he says, hey, man, no, I'm not moving. All right, bet. Nigga, if it goes to a warning, hey, don't put your hands on me, bro. Now, if that white kid pulls out that knife and stabs that bigger black guy, and then that white kid runs off, and he tells the police, I stabbed him, bro. It was self-defense. Supposedly told the police that. It was me. I stabbed him, bro. Is he all right? He asked, hey, man, is he okay? Is he going to be all right? Is he going to be all right? That white kid has 2 jobs and makes straight A's in school and never been in any trouble. Are they going to say, like this prosecutor said, he should have fought that big black guy? Yes or no? I want yeses and nos in the chat right now. Yeses and nos. Are they going to say that white kid should have fought that big black dude and not pulled out that knife? And what y'all don't understand, it's a documented fact. It's a documented fact. And I'm pretty sure their family and Austin's friends and loved ones, they don't want to hear this, and I don't expect them to. They don't want to hear this. It's unfortunate. It hurt to lose somebody you love and care about, man. You looking for answers, bro. You looking for answers, man. Losing your kid, you're looking for answers. You're looking, man, he got stabbed. He wasn't supposed to go like this. I get it. I get it. Unfortunate situation, tough situation. But it's documented all throughout the country. We've seen these type of cases before. And it says self-defense. This might not make it to the grand jury. As in, the grand jury might not pass it through as a murder. They might not. I don't know. But if they do, he won't be found guilty of murder, y'all. And I don't know if they're charging him with the knife. Let me look and see. Let's go back and look into some other news. I think CBS got something on. Let's see what they say. They ain't got nobody in Dallas. So he's charged with first-degree murder. Yeah, I don't, hold on, my bad. My bad, y'all.
Him to get home safely. The families of both Karmelo Anthony did not say a word when he walked out of jail. There have been a lot of security concerns surrounding this case, and someone close to the family told us they wanted him to get home safely. The families of both Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf arrived at the Collin County Courthouse with extra security.
And unfortunately, as is common in our culture, especially lately, the vitriol and the public reaction one way or the other has been intense. And threats and talk of race war and all kinds of insanity isn't good for, obviously, the Anthony family. It's not good for the Metcalf family. It's not good for the peace and safety of our community.
Cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom when Judge Angela Tucker reduced Anthony's bond from $1 million to $250,000. Anthony's attorney argued the initial bond did not represent the intent of bond in Texas, which is to ensure the defendant shows up for court. He had Anthony's father testify about his character, telling the judge he was the captain of his football and track teams and an A student.
And prior to this, what was on his mind was what college he was going to go to. This is a tragedy all the way around for both families.
Anthony claims his actions were in self-defense. Prosecutors also revealed that Anthony was involved in an assault-type altercation at school on February 4th, but otherwise no prior criminal history. All of this comes 2 days after Metcalf was laid to rest, this case continuing to receive a lot of attention on social media. After the hearing, both sides pleaded with the public to stop the threats, harassment, and inflammatory rhetoric towards the families involved.
It's hard for everybody to be level-headed at a time like this. So that's where we come in. It's our job to be level-headed, to be fact-based, and to follow the truth wherever it leads.
As part of his bond, Anthony has to meet certain conditions. He has to remain on house arrest. He has to wear an ankle monitor. He has to be with an approved adult, and he must check in with the court every Friday. In McKinney, Aaron Jones, CBS News, Texas.
See what else we got.
And President Trump tonight saying he's considering pausing all the tariffs on auto imports.
Think that's pretty much it. Let's go to Karmelo Anthony videos. We saw that one. We saw that one. Saw that one. We got a longer one right here.
Self-defense is a protection that applies to each and every one of us.
Give me a mic check, man.
There are two sides to every story. And Karmelo is a 17-year-old kid and an excellent student. He is the captain of his track team. He is the captain of his football team. And prior to this, what was on his mind was...
Give me a mic check. Let me know if y'all can hear.
This is a tragedy all the way around for both families. Rushing to judgment, trial by public perception and trial by media is not how we ensure justice is done. We are confident that after a full investigation, that the truth will come out. Thank you.
Mike, you took umbrage with the state's assessment that this was simple and brutal. Why so?
Well, the fact of the matter is, like I said, there's two sides to every story, and we've only heard one side. In any criminal case, the police investigate, and the defense is always far behind that. And so it is a one-sided investigation to this point, and even that investigation is still ongoing. So to say that it happened this way or that way is just not accurate at this point. All of the facts are going to come out, and that's why our system of justice requires that we keep our minds open and we let the facts come out as they are after a full investigation.
Is your client going to be able to make bond and get out today?
I anticipate that he will be able to make bond. I can't speak to how quickly that will go. Funds, in the funds that have been raised are not quick to come out. And then, there's obviously a process to the release process once bond is posted.
The big question that a lot of people have is, why was this young man armed on school property?
That's an understandable question, but it's not something that, frankly, we're prepared to even go into. This is something that I know the police and the prosecution want to get it right and want to have a full and fair investigation, and so do we. So it would be irresponsible for me or them at this point to start saying, this is what happened, this is why, anything. So I understand that's a big question. It's going to be a big question, and it's something that we will find out, and we ask that the public, as hard as it is, withhold judgment and let both of these families have justice, that let both of these young men what's going on and what the judge was saying.
All right. Let me Jay Quick, what's the deal, man?
Man, I'm checking in with you, man. I was waiting for you to touch this topic, but I just got one question for you. We going in on this one, or you just surface level on this one?
I'm calling it. I'm being respectful on it, and I've been seeing other stuff online where I've been getting sent stuff and told stuff about families, but I haven't
Good morning,
went
everybody.
there yet. So I'm not. I didn't see it myself, and I didn't go look for it either. But I just wanted to come on here and say that this, based off of past experience, based off of what I've seen, because I'm gonna keep it respectful. Keep it
All right.
respectful.
Well, I mean, well,
So
we
I'm gonna
play.
say this: he won't.
We,
He will not be convicted of murder. He won't. This is not a murder.
not in your state because your state is heavy on stand your ground, self defense, and even if he did commit something illegal, which was having the weapon on school grounds during the track meet, that does not bar him from defending himself if he thought he was in imminent danger.
Even confronting him, even confronting him in a way of him assuming violence or feeling violence, or you tell him it's going to be a problem. In Texas, it don't go.
Nah, y'all got a state where it's about 1.8 guns per person in the state.
Yeah.
Y'all got more guns than people in Texas.
Hey,
and that's a fact.
I tell people that all the time, and they don't be understanding, like, the gun culture. I saw the pictures, and that was a shocker to certain people, not to me. Austin and his brother, they both had shotguns.
Yeah, I mean, I lived in Florida for a long time, and Florida is just
Same
like
thing.
Texas when it comes to that gun culture.
We the same way. I tell
You
people all the
see,
time, there's more legal guns in Texas than illegal. Way more legal guns in Texas than it is illegal. If it's 100 houses on my street, 80 of them got a gun.
maybe more, maybe 300 guns.
Crypto, cut your cam on in the backstage. Ink, cut your cam on in the backstage. FBA Dynasty, you good.
Hey,
But
what's up with it,
Ink
Big Ant?
and Crypto, you guys have to cut your cams on in the backstage if y'all want to join. Okay, Ink, you good. You cut yours off if you want to, Ink. Oh, my bad. Crypto, I think he was a troll anyways, because he took his shit off. FBA Dynasty, what's good, man?
Hey, what's up with it, Big Ant, man? Hey, yeah, I had a question to ask you, big bro. Hey,
What's going down?
what's your intel, your info on Frisco, Texas, bro? Is they used to be a sundown town or something, or
Well, I've never heard of Frisco until 2019. My cousin actually lived out there. It's very rich out there.
Very affluent.
A lot of money in Frisco, Texas. I actually love that area. Like, I love going out there and visiting. Nigga, it's dope. I think it's Frisco, Plano, and McKinney.
And right. Lil Elm is close by there.
Yeah, no, else? I said that to say this because a lot of us we get our weight up, right, and we move into like these upper class or I should say suburban areas where it's predominantly white or predominantly everything else, and and them blacks are educated blacks or well wealthy some type of higher middle class blacks in that area, right? And I know for sure that I have had family members have moved in those type areas, right? And went to school in high school where they do deal with some type of racial undertones when they go to these high schools and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? And those football jocks and athlete jocks that be at these high schools, they do have that bully mentality because they feel they're the jock and they bigger than all the rest of the other kids, or show some type of different type of energy towards another black athlete to where they want to show off to their friends, or you know what I'm saying, to their little white friends that I just bullied I just bullied this black guy, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
And
see, I get what you saying. Hey, crypto, you can cut your cab off if you want to, G. So I do want to say this. I'm not negating that, and we know that those things do happen. But for me going to Frisco, it is a white area. Don't get me wrong. But there are it's diverse. It's a lot of black people there. And I don't know if that's McKinney or Frisco. Ink, you in that area?
No, I'm in H-Town, but I know a little bit about that area, a little bit.
Do you know which area got that outlet out there? Is that McKinney?
I'm not sure, but I know for shit show the Cowboys is in Frisco.
Yeah, the Cowboy. I've been to the Star. Like I've been to that thing a few times. That concrete Cowboy there. I done kicked it out there. I done been all through there a gang of times. Whenever I go to Dallas, that's where I be at. Like that's where my people at. So I be all through there. It's all new. It's all nice. It's gonna be predominantly white, but there are a lot of black people, and it's diverse. You're gonna have a lot of Bro, when I went to that outlet that's in that area, they got an outlet mall, and that it's like all basically north of Dallas. Oh, it's Allen, Texas.
Yeah.
So all of these spots there, it's a bunch of like suburb areas right next to each other. It's Frisco, it's Plano, it's McKinney. Somebody said Allen. Oh, it's called Allen Outlets. Okay, all that shit is 15 minutes with. It's all the same shit, pretty much. All the same shit. It's all 15, 20 minutes apart, like right there next to each other, just to drive through. So I said all that to say it's real diverse out there, but it's majority white. We don't know if these guys were jocks. We hearing the rumors. I want to go off of directly what we hearing. When I heard moved him, that's when I said, okay, y'all are saying it without saying it, that he confronted him and it got there. What you was gonna say, Ink?
Yeah, so like my thing with that is too though, I mean like because I feel what the other brother was saying, like how sometimes people try to assert dominance on certain people when they feel like they got an upper hand. You feel me? I.e. you up under my school tent, so like I could create a problem with you just off of that pretense. But at the end of the day, like I do believe that from from hearing what everybody's saying is that they trying to soften down the assault that took place first on the black kid to so it don't seem as much like a self-defense situation.
Yeah.
Yo, look, I'm gonna say this right. This is the fact. Social track meet, we know that, right? Carmelo Anthony's a part of the track. He's supposed to be there. He got permission from the coaches to go into the tent because it was heavy pouring down rain. Okay, we know that. Now, Metcalf's on the football team. So why was him and his twin brother was there? I know you understand that it's his school, whatever, but he's on the football team. Why is he at the track meet? Okay. And another thing I want to point out that it's the Instagram post that Metcalf posted with guns in the seat of the car, talking about if these monkeys show up to the track meet, it's gonna be an issue. But nobody's talking about that, right? And another thing, case in point, they keep trying to take out the fact that both brothers were jumping him. They keep saying like, oh, it was a one-on-one fight. No, it wasn't a one-on-one fight. They was trying to jump him. He diffused it, he neutralized the situation, and the other twin stepped back because he seen what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like that's basically what's going on. Now, I'm gonna say this, right? Because this is not a black and white thing, right? Both parents on both sides.
Yes, very much so.
According to
It's
everybody,
racist
And we
always
can't deny
involved.
it, and I don't like how people try to deny it.
So hold
Hold
on. Let me reset that, and we're gonna let crypto keep going.
Yeah.
I get what you're trying to get at, because you're trying to say it shouldn't matter. And it shouldn't be a black and white thing because it's self-defense in the realm of how it went down, or you putting your hands on somebody, you confront somebody or jumping somebody. But this is all based off of race. You know, I'm from Texas. I'm from the South. And even outside of this is the way the internet works. Right now, that's why they had to have extra security outside of the courthouse today. They had cops with ARs and shit out there today because they know it's a racial thing going on.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
all
fact,
racial.
man. And it's crazy because it's like, yo, so we know Anthony was like what 5'6", 5'8", and you got these two twins. They like what 6'4" a piece, 200 plus pounds. And people saying like, oh, why he pull out a knife? What you mean? You got these two football players standing over you, grabbing on you, telling you to like. First of all, and everybody justifying to most of, oh, why was he in their tent? He was told to move. Who is Metcalf with the authority? Why do these cokers always think that they have so much authority with so-called black people, bro? Like
Hey,
that's
listen,
one
bro.
thing I don't.
Hey, listen, bro. And I'm gonna tell y'all this is that like when I was younger, and you isolated by yourself as a black kid, and you have some other white kids, and if they're a little bit older than you or a little bit bigger than you, they do take that opportunity to try to see if they can mess over you, bro, or try to punk you, bro.
Well, see, that's
You
the
know what
whole
I'm saying?
thing. See, I
I'm
get
gonna
what
tell
you're
you,
saying because
and
you speaking from personal.
I'm gonna
I
defend
get everybody.
myself.
I see what you're saying, FBA. You speaking from personal experience and
Yeah.
things like that. But we don't even know if it went to that, so I don't even want to speculate on that.
Yeah.
We hear these things, and homie, you telling me this stuff, crypto. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm not saying it's not true or not. I'm saying I don't need to hear any of that to know that this ain't murder.
Right.
We can make this about how white people treat black people, and it's a racial thing for sure. But in Texas, my nigga, you from the H, Inc. Is you Ian Key or Inc?
It's Ian Key, yeah, Inc. Same way,
Inc.
yeah.
Inc. Is Inc. Okay.
Yeah.
You in Houston.
Yeah.
We from Texas. We know when you hear the words, they moved him, not asked him to move.
Yeah.
Not,
we know what they mean.
Not said, hey, you gotta move. They didn't say they said they moved him.
Yeah, they put their hands on him.
When they say you moved him,
y'all got physical. You're right. And
Yeah, like well,
right.
like
So
instead of them going to get the coach or a staff that's chaperoning the whole event, they choose to, the Metcalf twins choose to go outside of that realm to physically remove somebody. Like, come on, man, you can't do that. You don't have authority to tell somebody get up
let me
out
read
of
this.
Let
me
me
read the
ask you
super
something,
chat
man.
real quick.
Y'all in Texas, right? So
hold on real quick. Let me read the super chat. Shout out to Chi. Appreciate the donation. Say, been from Fort Worth. We only travel to Allen, Texas, and Frisco, Texas. Maybe the shop or eat, but the black people that live out there, it's more uppity.
Right.
It's for sure a suburb area. Like I said, I love it. I love it out there, bro.
But look, and this the difference between Dallas and Houston, though, bro. Like Dallas is more segregated by levels of income than Houston is. Like like Dallas, typically everything south is more poverty, and as you go more north, is more affluent areas with Dallas. But like shit, you and I both know, nigga, Westheimer got some slums and they got some $1 million mansions on the same street. So like that's
like that.
Oh,
See, I'm from Greens Point. It's the same way.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. But just Houston in general, like I'm on the north now too. So just period, it's just all became the same way. Like you got some nice shit, and you got some poverty right next, like all coexisting together. So I'm saying that to say that like everybody wants to push the narrative to change it from being a race thing so that he gets a fair trial in his county, but we all know it's a race thing. And I do believe they're going to have to try to move that trial from that county because otherwise he's not, with all the media coverage and everything, he's not going to really get a fair shot because the whole country is divided and it's a race thing. And even with black people, black people are choosing sides with this shit. Like when you say that he was in a rich suburban area of Dallas, that means that these people feel entitled and privileged, no matter if their life is fucked up or not. Excuse me, but no matter how turbulent and toxic their life is at home, in these areas when they come out and they somebody, you know, you the captain of the football team, you all this, so you get a chance to mask a lot of that pain. You know, he probably going so hard at football because he's trying to, you know, cover the pain that he go through at home. And then they so fast to try to paint black people as being a different way, like we like dysfunctional, and it doesn't happen in every community and any, no matter what your financial, you know what I'm saying, capabilities are. So I think that now it's a situation where not only is it about race, it's about money. Because
hey, listen, bro. Let me. I'm finna reply to that. See, what we all got to understand, bro, is that the well off to do blacks to the lowest poorest white. They look at you as you still under them, even if you a black that's doing good, that's living in the same community Karmelo staying in.
Right.
Remember, Metcalf and them dad got a sexual assault. I mean, SA, bro.
Right. In like what, like
They come
07 or
from a
something,
broken
right?
home. Yeah, they come
And
from a
like
broken home.
yeah.
So they
So
already had that they already got that mentality that his biggest joy is man, let me get off on a brother, bro, and punk this brother in front of these chicks right here. You
Well,
know,
look here, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I fuck with you, FBA, bro, but you throwing. I'm not saying you don't have a right to like put your stuff out there, but you've been painting a lot of. I'm trying to keep it more fact based tonight. We can't
go ahead.
just throw that out there, but we've seen that before. We understand that mindset. We understand that, but we can't speak like that's how they really feel. Nah, like I said, I see the guys with the guns. That doesn't shock me because I'm from Texas.
Yeah.
My little brother and little sister got guns.
Right.
They better with guns than me. I try to tell niggas that, but they don't listen. Niggas in Houston should know. But when I tell other niggas from other states, you see them little white boys with them guns? They got little white girls with them same guns.
Right.
Yeah.
Little white girls.
Yeah.
That's 13. If you know ENK.
Yeah.
They know in the winter, nigga, they got 4-wheelers.
Yeah.
These little white girls know how to shoot you and blow your fucking head off.
Got you.
So the gun shit is regular for me. I know everybody else, they see it and you all may think, hey, white dudes with a big shotgun, that's regular shit for us.
Now, except they ain't got a shotgun. These motherfuckers got an AR or something.
They
like
got ARs, they got shotguns, they got clips. They clean they shit. They know how to gut motherfucking hogs.
Right.
They do all that shit out
They
here,
go
my nigga.
fishing. They go fishing. Like, right.
They fish.
Yeah.
They hunt hogs, nigga. They do all that shit out here, nigga. That wildlife in Texas is major.
I got you, man. All I'm saying,
nigga, I can wake up tomorrow and go to motherfucking academy, and I can spend $250 and come out with a brand new pistol.
Yeah.
That shit is. I can do that in less than 30 minutes, y'all.
Yeah.
Is that Karmelo had the right to defend himself just like Metcalf had if it was reverse role. He just like the Daniel Penny had a right to defend himself. Kyle Rittenhouse and George Zimmerman give Karmelo that same right. That's all I'm saying.
But see, the thing
well,
about
he
it is
gonna get that same right. Just know that it's coming. It's
he gonna be free. He ain't doing no time. Self-defense.
I'm telling y'all, that's why I'm not even getting into the lot of the theoreticals, you know, and things like that. I hear everybody want to paint this, and it's nothing wrong with y'all having y'all opinions and stuff, but we just gonna keep it to the facts, bro.
Right, the facts.
Dog
so,
will not be charged with murder. To my understanding, well, I'm not saying gonna not be charged. He won't be found guilty of murder. It'll be a fucking insane riot. It's unfortunate. I hate that this happened. I mean, I hate to see a young dude lose his life. I hate to see have to go through this. Karmelo. But and bro,
man, they just gotta understand, man.
I'm just for Texas and Florida. In Texas and Florida, bro, the law works in favor of the person who got touched.
They sure do.
That's why it's a major thing that whatever footage they have not shown nobody.
Yeah, because you know the reason why they ain't gonna show that because they trying to suppress it, but really they can't really coerce nothing because the truth is already out. You can see it in all of the interviews that you know they went up on all the white supremacy news stations like Fox, CNN. You know you got Kozoids like Megyn Kelly talking that nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, but at the end of the day, that's why the judge deflated the bond. 250, get out, get your mind right. You know, all he gotta do is, you know, do some, you know, little spiritual baths and all that. He'd be straight. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna stick to the facts. And you know, EKU was right about he was right about the whole like his father. They like their father haven't even been in their life. You know what I'm saying? The Metcalf. You know, so
They been living
we looking at
separate.
that.
One with the mother,
Right,
one with the father.
right. They live in separate. Then like I seen a clip from like I think it was a Fox or CNN interview, whatever. And you know the guy that was interviewing the family, he was interviewing the twin and the mother, and he was like, "Oh, I hear the father in the background."
She's
And they
like,
both put
no,
their heads down. Yeah, they both put their
like,
heads down. Like, oh
no,
no, he's not. Yeah, you know, because
yeah,
he probably still like on some papers to not even be around them. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta look at that too. And we don't even know what the SA charge was for. And on top of that, I did some more research, right? If you go look at Metcalf, TikTok, Instagram, and all social media stuff, he was trying to be so-called black. He got rap
yeah,
music, he got pistols, you know what I'm saying? He got the do-rags on at the job. He, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to live that
Oh,
life. You know what I'm
that's right.
saying? So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people don't even have all the facts and clues or nothing. And then they got a fake photo of Anthony, Carmelo Anthony going around that's obviously Photoshop, but the average person don't know. You know what I'm saying? So when they got that feeding all around the media, people gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going
So
on.
so
But
basically, what you're saying, big bro, is that Carmelo Anthony is not even from the local neighborhood. He's basically a black suburban kid. He
yeah.
wasn't even.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
No, he
he
went
like
from the hood. He stayed out there too. But like Ant
yeah, he
said,
stayed
it's diverse. It's black people out there,
right.
but you gotta have your money to be out there.
but
He's a
he's a
suburban kid though.
4.0 student.
He's
He
a black
he
With
getting
suburban
two
straight
kid.
A's.
jobs, two jobs,
Mm,
captain of
yeah.
the team. So you can't, like I say, let me read this super chat real quick. Shout out to
Cannot
Anthony's Too
diminish his
Real.
character.
Hold on. Shout out to Anthony's Too Real on the donation. Appreciate that. Why did he get a new attorney? Does anybody know why? I don't know.
I think a lot of that had to do with some organization, don't give me to quote the name right now, but some organization stepped up and like they had kind of had like a press conference and kind of talk, they kind of start guiding them in a different direction as far as legal defense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
And
And
you
yeah,
want
I
to
yeah,
make
want to
sure you
add
get the
too,
right
bro.
attorney
Hey, listen, y'all. I want
because
to add. No, I want to add. I want to
oh
let
go
y'all
ahead.
know something. That black guy, that spokesman dude. Hey, he's a Democrat shield, bro. He worked for the Democrats, so I don't know if they trying to hijack the energy on this case. I'm just gonna let y'all. The one that had made that speech. He a Democrat shield. He with Jasmine Crockett and all them. So
no,
I'm just gonna let y'all know that.
Well, yeah. Well, I just say this. Who was that who was just speaking before him? Was that Ink or Crypto?
it
Yeah,
was
that
it was
was
probably
me.
me.
Yeah, what you was saying?
Now I was just basically talking about like, of course they'd probably like go back into, picking another attorney that's right for the case because you never know. Some attorneys might be working with district attorney on the low. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for that stuff too.
Or they go
Because they'll
off the
play dirty
experience?
games.
Let's see what this prosecutor said on Fox real quick. Oh, this is the DA.
Good morning, everybody. There's not much I can say, but the judge. All right.
Can you come this
All right.
way?
Sure.
Okay, that's fine, right there.
All right, there's not much I can say. The judge has made the call, and so what's important is what's next. Frisco PD will be finishing up their investigation. They will submit the case to my office. We will review it and ultimately present it to a grand jury. And so that's what's next. That's pretty much all I can say right now. We do our speaking in as far as the facts go in the courtroom. Many of you were in there, so you understand what was said. But this is a terrible tragedy for our entire, not just Frisco, but Collin County community. One family has suffered a permanent loss. It's the most unnatural thing for a parent to lose their child. It's permanent, it's profound, it's certainly premature, and it's the hardest thing that I think a human being can go through is to lose their child. The Anthony family has had a different kind of loss, but not a loss nonetheless. But the judge has made her call, and we look forward to continuing the process and looking forward to reviewing all the facts of the case that Frisco PD is coming up with and present it to a grand jury. What we're concerned about as prosecutors is justice, truth, and accountability. And so we will go where the facts lead us. Thank you so much.
So that's not really telling us any new info. There's not, y'all get what I'm saying? When they're speaking, we're getting information from the streets. And I like to say this to people who watch, you know, how I play the platform, how I do my 1-2. We can talk about the information from the streets all day, but it means nothing.
I mean, you can look at his body language,
is the information that they're going to have and be presented to the courtroom. And that information does have to be proven, especially when you got the finances for a quality lawyer. Now, if he didn't have the finances for a quality lawyer right now and it didn't get this much publicity, you might be up shit creek without a paddle and a hole in your raft.
But you got and he looked like he a DA. He trying to build his career off this case right here, so he can move up to like some type of political governor or in politics, bro. He look like he one of them type of DAs where he trying to. This is the case I've been looking for, to try to build his reputation off this type of case right here, off a suburban black honor roll student.
I mean, the prosecutor's going. The prosecutor job is when they came with a charge, they're going for the gusto. This is a job for them.
Yeah.
Their job, what people got to know about prosecutors. That's why I tell y'all the legal system is business. It has a little bit of factual truth to it, has a little bit of justice to it, but it's business, man. The people that are the prosecutors, y'all do know they be defense attorneys too, right?
Right.
So they might be defending a criminal, a person that is a criminal that they know is a criminal. And they're taking money from people that they know, well, you a criminal. I know you're a criminal. You got the money, but I can get you off. We can beat it. So they're prepared to go into the courtroom and lie. And go against the prosecutors and the DA. They all know each other.
It's about who has the best argument. But I mean, like, and so I respect you, like, to stick to facts, bro. Like, I mean, and we can inference, you know, and make assumptions off of what's being said as much. But I think there's a lot to be said within the fact of, for one, he's saying it has to go to a grand jury, which means that he ain't been indicted or anything, because the grand jury, once they agree, that's what normally an indictment follows that. So right now he's only been charged as far as we know. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the whole thing. Like I'm saying, they ain't even put out none of their investigative fact shit.
Right.
Well, I want to
That's
know.
what I'm telling
Right?
people. So everybody,
it has to go.
I get what everybody doing. I get what everybody's saying. I get what everybody insinuating. I get everybody doing their own investigation. But they haven't even came out and released no real facts. The only thing they got is the police report that it sounds crazy when they say they moved them. And then supposedly he told the police in Frisco, I stabbed him.
I'm not alleged. Right? I did it. Right. Yeah.
I stabbed him. Yeah. Is he gonna be all right?
I mean, you can look at this attorney and tell that, like, yo, he's not confident. Most times when we're in this situation and they have a case, they'll be more willing to give information, willing to answer questions. Now, they already lost. The fact that bond was sent down from $1 million to $250, we know he walking free. Come on.
Okay, yeah, but looky here
$25,000,
though. Looky
y'all, on the
here,
murder
bro. If he's
charge.
going to the grand jury, right? How we know that the grand jury might be predominantly all Frisco, Texas, white, and say no? We proceed to go along. We believe that he, it's some facts to this case that he might be guilty, and the grand jury push it through. How we know that might not happen?
Thing is, we don't know, but even if they did push it through, it can happen if they want to push it through.
Right, and we're gonna assume it's gonna go through.
The thing is, bro, they can't. This case is too high profile for them to send for him to be. They can't. It's just not gonna be. He's not gonna be found guilty of murder, bro. You can't find the guy guilty of murder in the state of Texas if there's evidence and proof that he was threatened or touched. So a jury can't find you guilty for murder in the state of Texas because they would then have to say the idiotic stuff that the prosecutor said earlier. Hey, the worst that could have happened was a fist fight. You can't go to an all-white jury and say, and a judge can't allow that in their courtroom. A judge can't allow in their courtroom for it to be presented that a young man was touched and had a hand laid upon him and then told him, oh, you shouldn't have used the weapon to defend yourself. You should have just fought it out. That ain't how it worked. It just don't
that shows how racist he is, man. That's true. That shows how racist,
Now, that other guy that said that earlier, it wasn't him. It was a different guy, if I'm not mistaken.
The different guy. Yeah, the one you showed the picture, right?
Yeah, I think this is the DA. The other one was the prosecutor.
No, the other guy I think was his lawyer. The guy with the beard is Karmelo's new lawyer. Yeah,
I'm talking about the picture with the picture he showed Urban when he showed
with the words on it. We'll go back.
With the words. That's the guy that said, oh, it could have been a fist fight. But come on, man, you got two twins, 6'4", 200 plus pounds on one dude that's like 5'6", 5'8".
He's 5'9".
Like
5'9".
Like, come on, man.
130.
Get out of here.
130.
And then look, one of the twins told on himself in the interview. He was like, I'm there for my brother. I'm gonna ride for him, whatever. He told on himself right there.
He said that, right or wrong, he gonna ride for his brother.
Yeah, right or wrong, he said that.
I mean,
this the DA. That's a different guy. This the district attorney. He said justified murder for reasons unknown. Anthony brought a knife to the track meet and for reasons unknown responded with lethal force in what could have ended at worst in a fist fight. That doesn't hold up in court, y'all. Not in Texas. I know that, nigga. We know that this motherfucker racist, my nigga.
You're right.
I'm from the South. I'm born and raised. My family from Louisiana. We know how this shit go. It's racist.
Right.
But in these type of situations, that don't fly. The only way that Karmelo Anthony gets found guilty is if there's a video that comes out and he just pulling out the knife, swinging that bitch wildly.
Right. So the story about that don't really add up so much is because they say he reached in his bag and say, don't touch me no more. But then they saying that they shoved him and took the bag from him. So it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
That's confusion.
Man in Texas, it's a wrap.
I mean,
keep your hands to yourself unless you ready to go all the way there.
Right, and if you snatch somebody's bag, that's strong arm robbery.
I tell niggas all the time.
Yeah.
This ain't respect to the people that do it. It would be cool if everybody just said, hey, we do have certain elements where people will squabble shit out.
Right.
Like, hey, we got an issue, we'll squabble it out. In Houston or Texas, there's not a big demographic of we squabble one-on-one to settle our issues and be done with it.
Right.
That happens sometimes in the realm of we got mutual people on both sides. And we can go and get that out the way. Or the gang culture a little bit, they subscribe to that. But overall out here, if you get into it with a squabble with somebody, you got to think that it could go all the way left.
Yeah.
Motherfucker
Hey,
might have
and,
a good knife. Motherfucker might have a gun.
and check this out.
Motherfuckers is gonna jump you.
Right,
All that
right,
shit.
right.
Hey,
If they
and
trying
check
to
this out.
jump you, what you gonna do, man?
I just seen 2 months ago. I just seen a dude that was like 6'4", 6'5", almost like 260 or damn it looked like he was 300 pounds. Right, he got in a fight with a dude that was like about 220. Right, he mixed the dude, and then when the dude was kind of knocked out on the ground, dude took his whole body weight and was stomping on the dude's head on side of the curb. So yeah, weight difference is it's a big thing. Weight
Oh
class
no,
is a big
a
thing.
fist fight can have you in the hospital, my nigga.
Well,
Man,
And what people need to
was
realize
I
too,
got
being in fear, I could just be fear of my safety or fear of my life.
all right, even better, Ant. Fist fight is something, but in the middle of bleachers, they got concrete and all that shit right there that make it even more dangerous, especially when you're talking about pouring down raining. So if y'all start attacking somebody like that in a situation, hell yeah, I gotta defend myself because I could fall and hit my head, nigga, and that'd be a wrap.
and it's 2 against 1.
Yeah,
2
that'd be
against
a
1.
wrap.
2 against 1.
But
Mm-mm.
we'll see how this
Right.
play out, man. I want to come tap in on it a little bit. I'm gonna wait until we'll see when they get all the facts out and the information. Very unfortunate. I wouldn't wish this upon nobody, family on either side. This is not what a nigga wants for 17-year-olds to be going through this. All I can say is keep your hands to yourself at all times. Don't touch nobody. It can get real if you put your hands on somebody, bro. I understand that. I know that. That's why I'm not putting my hands on nobody. I only play
No.
defense. So I do want to say this. When they come with more information, I'll drop an official video then. But as of right now, I'll say I can't see it in the future that he will be charged with, he will be not charged. They can charge. He won't be found guilty of murder. He will walk on that. And I don't see charges of the knife. All I see is murder. I don't see it. So we have to wait and see what what all charges they gonna raise. Now, what play they might try to do is charge them with like 4 or 5 things, and then they can get one charge. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The murder is over. They not getting the murder. So they can say, we'll charge them with the illegal knife. We'll try to charge them with maybe reckless endangerment. What's the other one? Manslaughter, maybe.
Right.
But he's not getting found guilty of murder. That's just that.
Nah, at the most he'll probably get like 12-year probation or something crazy like that where he got to check in. But at the same thing, though, it's like this, right? It's trying to paint this dude as he's like this criminal, this murder, because of all the quote unquote YNs and what they do. They trying to compare him to all of them, but they can't, right? It ain't like he stabbed him and kept stabbing him and stabbing him and stabbing him until somebody got him off of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here with that, man.
We
Yeah, the
talking about a
narratives ain't gonna work.
suburban black kid. A suburban black kid. That's what
Right.
we
They
talking about.
they on top. They was on top of it today, bro. If you peeped everything, man, he came out the courthouse with a suit on.
Right.
Short. Like, I'm not gonna come out in a hoodie or a dirty t-shirt, and I'm gonna be presentable. So his team and his family is on point with this. They know the media storm. Like, this is a media storm. Now, I will say this. I don't want it to go there, and I'm not trying to speak that up. And I don't think nobody really just want to do nothing like that. But now he has to have protection for a while right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
They
they
have to have
said
protection for a little while right now. This is a very big, this is nationwide case, but everybody in that area, they already said that they're going to have to move. So I don't know where they're going to move to.
Hey, let me ask you this. Oh, Ant, they talking about like, oh man, this is the next OJ case.
Fuck
You think
no.
it's that big? Yeah, they
Yeah,
capping, bro. They
but
capping.
man, I don't know. They
Nah,
still think
you gotta
OJ was
understand
guilty,
they
man. Like,
upset.
that's crazy. That's crazy how
They
they think OJ
upset.
was still guilty when it was debunked that he got set up, man. Like, come on.
Mark Furman.
Y'all are negating the fact that they still want to get at the judge that reduced the bond. They call it
But
for
Right.
her head.
Yeah.
I
And she's
mean,
a black
but
woman.
in the state of Texas, you're entitled to a reasonable bond. You know what I'm saying? So like that's
Yeah.
a
You know,
million
she
dollar.
said she wanted the bond to be, make sure that he shows up for court and not to punish him. But the fact of the matter is, you still got groups of people that see her as a black woman with power and authority, that she is doing this only because the defendant is black. And that's where the racism comes in, because she's doing what a judge should do, make sure the person charged shows up for court and not a flight risk, and not use bond as punishment. But
Man,
they
listen,
going at her, they going at her too.
yo,
And I
man,
want this to be clear too, people not in Texas. In Texas, they do give bonds for murder cases.
Yes,
I know people that have caught murder cases and
and
got bonds.
they do
They
give bond
give
for
bonds.
capital murder cases because, for
They do.
example, Yellow Beezy's out on a capital murder bond. So
I got a homie that got a
right,
bond on a capital murder case. And
right. So
he had a real heavy capital murder case and got a bond and beat the case.
right. Yes. I mean, just because you catch that kind of charge don't mean that they can convict you all the time. I just think that they want to set an example. They want to use this to set an example. That's why you can't compare this to another case, is because, for one, this happened in Texas as opposed to being any other parts of the South or any other part of the country. You know what I'm saying? This happened in Texas, and Texas is a lot different from everywhere else. And that's why I see you keep trying to get them to understand how things is here. Like motherfuckers can buy a case, but in Texas, people can't be railroaded, man. And like Ann was telling y'all, DAs they defend people too. Like they go back and forth on both sides of it. So this shit is about having relationships in the court system. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just a whole different thing. And now like you can't trust the police in that area, though. They're supposed to step up the patrol form and shit too. But at the end of the day, these people already feel some type of way towards the situation. People got their
see
own
this,
biases towards it. Like
right?
everybody has their own bias towards it. And since there are no real facts available, people can only speculate, and speculate is going to trigger emotions because
See,
people
look,
going to always assume the worst. Everybody's
right,
assuming the worst.
Hey,
the
my
only
guy,
thing
you
that
heard about that
Anthony,
video on Instagram about old boy, that black dude that was there at the track event with his daughters, and they was under the tent, and they witnessed the whole. They was like, and they witnessed the whole thing. You heard that on Instagram, that
oh
story
yeah,
that
yeah,
dude told.
yeah, 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 yeah. I heard that he broke it down. He
Uh,
broke it down real good.
yeah,
He broke it down real good. So,
yeah, man.
but yeah, see, the only thing Carmelo Anthony have against him is just the AI and the fake photos being made about him by these racist public, right? That's the only thing he have against him, because they could push that out in the media, and you already know these white supremacy news stations, people like these white people gonna believe all of that stuff, man. They not looking to the facts. All they see is so-called black kid killed the white kid. That's all they see, right? They don't care about the police report. They don't care about the facts. Now, look, it's people that was there, but of course, they're gonna suppress that and threaten to arrest those people for putting out the truth, right? So they could build up this case and make money off of it. That's how it's about to go. But they know for a fact, like looking at the DA when he came out to the podium, he had nothing to stand on, because they already know what happened. They know it was justified as self-defense. They just gonna try to drag it on to make it look like something. You know what I'm saying? We know he gonna walk free, but they just, they gotta feed it to the media. But they know, man, America is built off of this whole so-called black versus white. It's all BS. You know what I'm saying? But we know what's up. That stand your ground law was really for them. It's really for
100%.
racist,
Nigga,
racist white people.
it's not a law that was created for black man. That's what y'all need to
Right.
know and understand.
Exactly.
Black men didn't create no laws, my nigga. No law was ever created to benefit us. Let
We got victimized by
me tell y'all this. Nobody created a law in America to help black man. We forced laws that would help benefit us a little bit. They didn't say, oh, we want to be nice to the black people now. Let's create this law to be nice or be fair. No, nigga, we took that.
Fact.
We don't,
that.
there is no in between with this shit with me, dog. There is no, let me say it how they want to say it. Let me word it I don't do the word semantics.
Right.
Ain't nothing been given to us out the kindness of nobody's heart. We done
Facts.
took everything that we got, my nigga. Forced their hand.
Facts.
We didn't have to die for it. We didn't have to fight for it. We had to go put
Right.
the meat on our own brain. We had to go get the information. We had to stand tall. We had to make them suffer. So we had, for them to suffer, think about how bad we had to suffer.
Right.
You know, I was talking to my nigga BP the other day when they boycotted, when they made the decision we're going to boycott the bus system.
Mm-hmm.
So we
It
made
hurt
them
they
suffer
pocket.
financially, right? But
Right.
guess what that meant for black people? Everybody had to say, fuck it. We gonna walk wherever we got to go. Can't get niggas to do that no more.
Right.
Think about
Right.
it.
Yeah,
I
and that's
want
Right.
y'all
and
to
that's why
know
they
where we
mad.
at now.
No,
Yeah,
This
keep
that's
it
why they
real.
mad.
Keep it real.
definitely ain't Jim Crow. I know that for sure.
Yeah, they mad. They mad. We in 2025. They want it to be
Well, no. What I'm
1765.
saying
But
is,
now
what
he
I'm
dropped the
saying
bomb
is,
though,
hold
and
on,
cooked on
Stan.
him.
We don't. I just be
Cook.
wanting to raise the awareness to people of where we at as a people, because this shit is based all off of black and white, and we not on code nowhere near how people used to be.
Right.
Right.
Because there been a lot of niggas on the internet saying, man, why you ain't fight that nigga, bro? What you stabbed him for? It's a lot
Coon
of
shit.
niggas on the internet saying that.
A lot
Yeah.
of coon shit. A lot of coon shit.
Yeah, a lot of
Charleston White
cool
cooning.
shit, man.
Charleston White cooning ass. A whole bunch
Yeah,
of black
because
people.
they keep taking out the fact that it was two twins trying to jump them. They was basically jumping
I'm,
two
But
twins.
it wouldn't even matter if it was two twins. Even if it was one, it don't even matter. I want this to be clear to y'all. It could have been one dude that's the same size as him. All that other shit just extra. I'm telling y'all I work in Texas, man.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
could
I
have
feel
both
you. I feel
weighed
you.
130 and been the same height.
right.
Real talk.
It
And no,
don't
that
matter
shit.
how big you, that's just the most seasoning for the chicken, most seasoning for the steak,
Right.
more motherfucking butter for the lobster tail. Man, that nigga weighed 225. He had 100 pounds on him, and he was strong
Yeah.
than a motherfucker linebacker. That just put more
Yeah.
motherfucker to it. But in the bases, nigga, you threaten me or you put your hands on me, nigga, I got a right to defend myself.
Real
It is
talk.
what it is.
All right. I think the crazy part is, I think the crazy part all of it is how they want to use the fact that he ran to try to make it seem as if that's some, you know what I'm saying, admission to feeling guilt or knowing better, like, you know what I'm saying. But like, I think that sometimes when your adrenaline kicks in, nobody can really say what they're gonna do, especially if he hit the dude in the heart. Like, you gotta imagine what this looked like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody would be kind of like terrified and try to distance themselves from the weapon and, you know, try to get away. Like, that shit would trip anybody out, especially somebody that's never did that kind of shit before. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a lot of things that they're gonna try to say to try to make it seem like he had criminal intent. But when you
Yeah, but
lay out the facts and you know the law, you know what I'm saying, then it has to be proven without a reasonable doubt, bro.
Yeah. Remember these stupid niggas who didn't read, who just jumped the gun? Some of
fact.
these niggas y'all see on the internet, they don't have talent. Just know that. And I want this to be clear. Not everybody is clickbaiting on the internet in the way of like, let me just say some shit for clicks and views. I don't play about death.
Fact.
I
Right.
don't play about people's freedom. So that's why you don't see me jumping out here with shit just to get clicks. It can be seen by niggas. Well, let me just say what I need to say to go with the white man talking point. And I ain't did no research.
Right.
Or
That's
let
what
me
I'm
just
saying.
say
And
the outlandish shit that is not even true. How would y'all niggas feel if somebody did that to one of y'all kids or one of y'all family members, man?
fact.
Right.
Like, niggas got to get better, but niggas don't want to take the long road. Niggas don't want to put in the work. Niggas want instant views, instant gratification, instant attention. So let me get on here and throw a young nigga to the wolves and whip him on the media platform, and I ain't even read nothing. That's why I
dance
be
for the
over
money,
niggas.
man.
That's why I look at niggas like niggas stupid. How you gonna motherfucking argue me about some shit you ain't even read, my nigga? I got the facts right here. Niggas will get on here and you will tell a nigga, well, nah, that ain't it, bro. This the truth right here. I got the documented factual information from that white man that y'all got so much respect for. I got the facts from him. Oh, bitch ass nigga, you don't know what you talking about, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Hoe ass nigga. That's how niggas be on the internet now.
Cooning, man.
Bunch of dysfunctional, degenerate dumbasses.
Man, in my whole life, I ain't never seen so much coon and Sambo shit from niggas on the internet in my life.
Well, niggas is losers. These are failures, bro. The internet is a place where failures, insecure, weak, hoe ass niggas can thrive. You don't gotta stand on no solid shit. And let's be clear, Black Americans is really the only ones that generally we really I say we gotta be number one in the realm of just understanding where it's kind of cultural and not done in a religious matter of holding a nigga accountable for some bullshit. Like other people, they do that. Other countries and other ethnicities, they hold they people accountable by like tradition and religious matter.
Right.
Ours is based on some like, nigga, this the code, nigga.
Yeah.
And
But
it ain't
everything
no
there was the code.
They like we let them come in and tell us all of our codes and morals and ethics that come through from slavery days, from days in the beginning. They make us think that all that has to do is be street shit. Not me. You're not gonna piss on me and tell me it's raining, nigga. I know this shit be based off of just strictly understanding of, nigga, this is an unwritten law within our motherfucking people. But with us, if you listen to them long enough, they will tell you all that shit is stupid and that's street shit. They want niggas to believe that anytime a black man is willing to get physical, stand up for what he believes in, possibly stab somebody to protect himself, he has to be seen as a gangster, a tough guy, or a thug. But in every other race, ethnicity, background, and culture, you can stab a motherfucker, beat a motherfucker ass, and you ain't got to be seen as a hoodlum. You ain't got to be seen as a bully. You could actually be seen as a fucking hero.
Yeah.
They said Daniel. They said Daniel Penny was a hero. How you a hero and you snuck behind a homeless, mentally challenged boy, and you snuck behind him and choked him out, and they called him a hero?
Yeah, it's the presentation.
Asinine. That's asinine, bro.
But it's the presentation, though, bro. It's the presentation, and that's why. As a culture, yeah, we have things that are in the code, but like the code is so dissolving and everybody playing is every person for themselves, bro. Like that's why Ant said, like, nigga, we can't get nobody to boycott nothing because it's every person for themselves. And like some of these content creators just doing the clickbait and shit like that, or doing the cooning, as y'all saying, is basically because some people are trying to open up themselves to these other markets of people to make more money. So it's all about the money at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So like, when it comes to money, motherfuckers don't have morals, bro. You can't expect everybody to have accountability when it comes to that, though. You know what I'm saying? So,
right, bro, you right. What you saying? Basically, everybody they'll go to a Diddy party for some money. So everybody be cool.
A lot of these niggas not fucking Diddy party. Niggas ain't got to go to a Diddy party. They'll suck a nigga dick around the corner for some money.
Right.
They ain't gotta go to no Diddy party.
That's a super fact, man.
No, but like it's and it's really like that though, man. And it's like you got, especially in Texas, you got people that like admire other races as if they're, better than they own, like in regards to the women, and when they got friends of other races, it's just a lifestyle. It's like period. And then as a reflection on the other side of it, the rest of us, we just like, even the ones in the affluent area still want to hang on to like quote unquote hood culture. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit big. Like,
Yo,
so it's
I'm
all
gonna say
about
this, man.
presentation. It's all about
The
presentation.
worst facts, the worst thing that could ever happen to so-called black people is the Boule Society and Christianity, man.
Yeah.
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 So nowadays, what
We
they
spewing
doing, bro?
facts.
They
We spewing facts
cooning and samboing for $1. That's crazy.
for $1, man.
What that
Cooning and
boule,
Sambo for
I
$1.
say no matter even with the religion, you know, religion, Christianity, the Bible, all that, that's a thing. But that boule shit, that's some like, hey nigga, that's a different mental space to be boule.
Right.
Like to be a
Right.
boule, that's a whole different thing, you know, because I do
Yeah.
understand that some of our black people, whether it worked in our favor or not, all they had was faith to get them through, and they was happy with that.
And what
Right.
they saying now, and that them black sororities, man, is trash, bro. They
They all been
all
trash, man.
they do at the end of the day is suck off the white man at the end of the day, bro.
Well,
The
I
black
mean, those sororities, when you all it is what's been going on is not being a secret society no more.
Right.
Right.
You're because of the incidents happening, you just getting hip to what they already been having going on.
Yeah, it's a society with secrets, not a secret society. You know what I'm saying? And like
Shout out
a
to
lot.
Jig on the donation. Hold on real quick. All love, King. I'm in Texas. Would love to design a fit for you. Okay. Let me know something, man. We'll figure something out. Let me know something on the ground. Urban Politicians _ Big Ant. Love. I appreciate the donation. What you were saying, Ink?
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like, generally, like, if we gonna mix it up and say, like, if you gonna think about other influences on how the society is, I think it's kind of odd, nigga, that the day they announced Carmelo Anthony was going to the NBA Hall of Fame, this shit broke the news. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that shit was still kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I do believe that sometimes some images could be you sacrificed, you know what I'm saying, so others could be lifted up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I try not to get too deep into that because everybody kind of got different beliefs on shit, but I just think that some shit is odd. Some shit don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Some shit
I
just
mean,
a little
hey,
bit too coincidental.
it
Like,
could be a psyop. It could be a psyop. You know what I'm saying? But at the
But the
same
thing
time, it's
is, though,
still
bro, you can't plan a
right.
kid named Karmelo having an incident with two white dudes in Frisco where we've seen plenty of bullying over the years. You know, they say in certain lines of work, you're not allowed to believe in coincidences. So
right.
this is true, but I just think it just happened how it happened on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It just happened how it happened. But I just think that, man, we get better. I call out the cooning. I just feel like, you know, we the only people as a group of people who will sell our people out for a check. And you know, other people do it too. Don't get me wrong. Like other people, like they do it, but they'll cross each other out. They fuck each other over. They fall out. They do dirty business, bad business, all that shit.
Right.
But the one thing they won't do is they won't publicly fuck over they other
Mm-hmm.
people for the whole world to see. That's where we go overboard with it.
Right.
They'll keep their dirty laundry amongst each other in their circumference. Well, we gonna do this, we gonna do it, we'll keep it private. Ours, no, I want to be seen tearing my own people down.
Crazy,
That's
man.
what niggas and you're not gonna catch a lot of Hispanics or Asians or whites or other ethnicities saying, hey, bro, we really finna dog each other out for the entire world to see.
Right.
And we're gonna try to make it entertaining, and then
Right.
we'll even build up the nerve to say I'm doing this to help y'all.
Hey, you know what I noticed then? Why I see a lot of those mulattoes, half black and half white. They kind of like, man, you know, cooning it up, and their allegiance to the white side because they see that's where the money at. So I've been seeing a
But
lot of that lately too.
see, look, and it's the reason why they do that. Now, I'm glad you brought that up, man. They've been doing that since before time, man. Even with the Moors and all our ancestors, they've been doing that. What they do is the mulattoes, they'll play on the side of the fence that's winning at the moment. Whichever one that's in power at the moment, that's who they ride with.
Double
You know what I'm
agents.
saying?
They double agents. I
Right,
got you.
right. So they play both sides of the fence. They've been doing that since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
The ultimate buffer class.
I'll just say this too, man. There's so many layers to it. It's a lot going on, man.
Man, look, I'm say like, right, I don't have kids, but if I did have kids, bro, like I teach my kids about true ancient history and genetics, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we break free from all of this BS that's going on. Once we learn about genetics and why they hate us so much, we'll be better off, man.
Well, I just think that people got to build, bro. People have to really start accepting truth. A lot of times, like they brought back these things of, and I realized in this game, even with me doing what I do, you have to be a nigga that don't give a fuck, and you have to be cool with motherfuckers not liking you, and that's hard for a lot of people.
Right.
I'm the nigga. I like it to be known. I don't let nobody else tell me how to think. I'm not waiting. Like I've got the information, I have the facts, and I have my own opinion, but I'm gonna wait until everybody else's opinion is put out there to give my opinion. Or feel how I want to feel. Can't no other nigga walking this earth tell me how to feel about something. But a lot of people, they not comfortable like, hey, nigga, nah, I want to stand up for this, or I want to stand up for that, or they going to view me like this, so I'm going to be viewed like that. Nah. Now, I'll move strategic at times where, hey, I don't want to put this out there just yet because this ain't the time for it. But where my stance is at is my stance. And when you get to that point in life, bro, where you realize that motherfuckers out here, most of the motherfuckers that you be worried about how they think and how they feel don't give two fucks about you, nigga. Just know that. Most of the motherfuckers that you think and care about how they feel about you or how they view you, they don't give a motherfucker about you. So when you get that in your head, bro, you will start opening your mind up that, hey, indoctrination is real.
Right.
Indoctrination is the realest shit ever, my nigga.
Right.
We got niggas out here right now in 2025, bro. In 2025, we got niggas waking up and in a right heart and right mind, my nigga, they'll come on the internet and tell you that race, all that old black shit, that old black pride shit, that shit is stupid. They comfortable saying that on the internet now. You got niggas that don't take pride in being black with everything going on when, nigga, you don't even realize the blackness in you is the reason why you blessed to be in position that you in.
Right.
We got niggas out here in 2025, bro, who wake up and defend the white man disrespecting them.
Crazy. It's pure insanity.
We got weird niggas like the white man can be manipulating you niggas, helping you niggas get fed cases.
Right.
Adam 16.
It's on the paperwork. Hold on, nigga. It's on the paperwork. Paragraphs of how that them white boys is helping you niggas get fed cases.
And you bring them to your hood.
Hold on, real quick. White boys helping you niggas get fed cases. You gotta wear it. It's your fault. You did it on your own. So you can't put the blame on them. But you see, he helping you get there. Feds talk to him. He tell you the feds talk to him. He tell you, I gave the feds what they was asking. So now you know the feds is watching that platform and they watching you. Niggas still calling to that platform. But not only does he do that, he supposed to be your boy. He supposed to be your dog. He go sit down with your enemies while you in the feds. And niggas are still defend him.
Stockholm syndrome.
Wow.
It's pure insanity and self-hate, man. That's like some Al Sharpton shit. You know what I'm saying?
Self-hate.
Stockholm syndrome.
So
the white man ice is colder in 2025 to a lot of these niggas. You know, we'll talk about the goofy Charleston real quick. Niggas is so confused and lost in such dick riders and stands. They think what he does is productive for us, and we need this as black people. What he doing is here to help us. This nigga sitting on streams with Aiden Ross, a sex playing motherfucker that's under the elite umbrella.
Weirdo.
You doing streams and having back and forths with two white dudes that was kissing on the internet. But we supposed to be looking at you like you some type of leader or something. Man, get your money and shut the fuck up. And then I don't even fault him. Because a nigga that ain't got no heart and ain't got no soul is a nigga that'll get his friends sent to prison and show no remorse. That nigga ain't show no remorse for that shit. That nigga ain't show no remorse for that shit. How you get your partner sent to prison for life? Another man lost his life. You ain't got on the internet and showed no remorse for that. Even after everybody saw your video of you testifying, you couldn't come to the internet and show no type of remorse. These niggas ain't my leaders. And I'm not your leader either. I'm not your role model. I'm none of that. I like to keep it raw and uncut with y'all, nigga. I'm living life how I live it. I'm not your role model. I'm not your leader. I'm not the nigga you should be following. I'm not the nigga that say, man, y'all need to follow him. Come fuck with me. I'm going to get you some game. I'm going to get you some facts. I'm going to get you some information. I'm going to get you some entertainment. I am about bringing awareness to my people and my culture for shit show. But I don't want to be seen as a leader and a role model and damn sure not a perfect person. I keep some raw and uncut with you. I was out drinking, getting fucked up last night. The night before that, I was in that living room getting my dick sucked, nigga.
Real
And
raw.
I'm not married. That's how I'm living.
Man.
But I gotta keep.
I just like to, because niggas think they'll try to pick out flaws. Nah, nigga, ain't nothing 100%. Nigga, I'm not. Nigga, what? Nigga's very flawed.
Perfect.
I'm living how I'm living.
Right.
One
but
thing
I'm here
about
to
it.
motherfucking tell y'all niggas, have a mind of your own, bro.
Right. That's why we need so-called black media, man. That's why, and you a pillar. I've been following you for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like it was the right time for me to hop on and really spew some truth, because a lot of BS going around because people not doing their own research. They're not reading. You know what I'm saying? They listening to these Caucasoid news programs that's spewing out what they want to put out. We need more black media. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah.
I mean, I feel like, and I gotta say this though, bro. Like, you wouldn't be as big as you are if people did respect your opinion and your outlook. You know what I'm saying, on a lot of situations, bro. And that's why I fuck with you too. So, I mean, I can understand that you don't want to, be a leader or a role model, but you do have influence on people because what you say, a lot of people think, but they don't got the voice or the platform that you have. And you come on this bitch and you keep it real when a lot of other people are doing it for different purposes. You know what I'm saying? I.e., sacrificing themselves, their morals to get money out of this shit. You feel me? So that'd be like the difference though. But at the same time, in our community, especially in the South, we don't have those. Like, bro, you are a pillar of this shit because at the end of the day, when I first came across you, I didn't know you was from Houston until I heard you start talking. So when I think you one of the top media in Texas, bro, you are just as big as any of these other platforms, but you do it by yourself and you get on here and you speak your own opinion and your truth by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's why niggas respect you. Niggas take, you know what I'm saying, respect your opinion and, you know what I'm saying, how you go about doing your content and what you put out there to the world. Like, I think there's some of the other content creators in our same genre, in our same area, you know, they don't use their platforms to do so. So I salute you for that. But I also understand that, you know, this is the money grab. A lot of people that jump on this is doing it for the money grab. And then Charleston was just smart enough to be able to disguise himself into a character. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you could say his character or whatever, but now he living that. Whatever it was, he living that. You know what I'm saying? And money only gonna expose who people really are, how they truly feel in the beginning. So that's how
You
I
gotta
just
think
look at
about it
it.
like this, right? You gotta think about it like this, right? A agent or whatever go undercover. You know, we seen the movies, we seen it. You go undercover for so long, you become that. You know what I'm saying? We seen it time and time again. But at the same time, we need somebody like CW that's gonna really spew out that realness with no filter. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the character gonna say what he say, but you know, as far as doing research on him and what I know, I mean, in the streets, he really holding it down. You know what I'm saying? As far as
Who you talking
giving
about?
back and
Who you talking about?
CW. Talking about
Who?
CW, man. CW.
So it's cool for that nigga to be on the internet making fun of 5-year-old dead babies?
I mean, no, I ain't saying that's cool. I'm just saying,
All
like, as
right, then,
far as
my
him.
nigga, that's it. Cut the deck. What? So
Right,
this is what
right,
I'm
right,
saying.
right.
We let somebody antagonize, disrespect, mock, show no remorse, show no type of feeling behind getting brothers locked up, lying to the people, feeding the people bullshit. He's been on the internet lying, my nigga. He said he ain't never snitched on no niggas. Then he came back and said, I did snitch. All this other weird shit. Then the video comes out. He shows no gratitude, no type of remorse, no type of understanding. He doesn't use it as a teachable moment. Now he's doing streams with two weirdo white Mexican dudes who was kissing on the internet. My nigga, that's not productive for our community, my nigga.
Well, what I'm saying is building awareness as to what we need to ban and stop paying attention to. That's what I'm
That's
saying. I'm
not,
not
but it's not
condoning.
building. No, it should be understood.
Yeah, but a lot of people, you know, they watching it for the entertainment. You don't give that shit no support, is what I'm saying. Feel me?
Well, the thing
So
is, it's not going to go anywhere because he's leveraged himself into the algorithm, and the hip hop media platforms, they need him for views.
Right.
So they're going to pay him that $10,000 because they can double and triple and quadruple their money. And it's easy. It's easy. Whatever his fee is, they pay it to him. I know I'm going to get this full rotation. I can clip it up, repurpose it. Niggas gonna watch it. It's gonna make a bankroll. It ain't going nowhere because of the degeneracy. But there should never be a man that's saying it's. We're supposed to sit back and say it's okay for you to disrespect people. It's okay for you to make fun of dead people, kids, because on the back end you help out the community. So your negative, we supposed to all just sit back and be quiet about it and not feel no way about it because you go out here and I guess you talk to some kids.
No, it's because motherfuckers respect money.
Nah, we not subscribing to that, my nigga.
Right.
We not living on that, my nigga. Your whole shit is a scam.
Yeah.
Finesse.
Nigga, y'all run around the
praying on the
internet
internet, man.
antagonizing people.
Right.
That ain't cool, bro. People you don't even know.
And it's the thing, man. White people be eating that shit up like it's the truth. They believe so much of the propaganda and the stereotype that America put on so-called black people, bro. They think all of us like that. They just now figuring out the Africans are not us in America. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
Nigga,
But
since
that's
when
what.
did black people start selling their soul for money, nigga? When you start bragging about how much money you get paid like that, justify the whole shit you do.
Facts.
Man, them niggas can make all the money they want, nigga. I don't give a motherfuck, nigga. I ain't never been rich, nigga. I ain't never been no $1 million nigga, so I could give 2 fucks, nigga. I'm not missing it.
Right.
I'm not missing some money I ain't never had, nigga. Since when do we start saying, well, I'm making money so to justify this whole ass shit I'm doing, nigga? Fuck out of here, my nigga. Nigga, I'm from H-Town, my nigga. I'm from Texas, nigga. We ain't never got out like that. You ain't nothing but a wannabe rapper. That's what he is.
Right.
He failed as a cool kid. If y'all
Right.
didn't realize,
Right.
all y'all seeing is a failed nigga that found them away. All the shit he talked now. Look, what these niggas don't know and understand, all these niggas that do media and hip hop, you ain't shit without these rappers, nigga. As much as you hate them niggas, go tell your mama how much you love them. Because whatever you done bought her, you bought her off them niggas. You bought her off they back, off of their lifestyle. Guess what, niggas? I see myself as a rapper. Because we come from the same motherfucking shit. I just don't make music. But you take that music away that they do. I went to school with them niggas. I talk like them niggas. And it's not an act. I dress like them niggas. I be in the same spots them niggas at. I am one of them niggas. I just don't do music. But that same nigga, guess what some of them same niggas do? They get up and go to work. They just don't do music. They take care of their kids. They just don't do music.
Fact.
They play basketball. They play football. They just don't do music. We all from the same demographic, my nigga. Everybody just got different roles they playing.
Right.
They just have a skill set that is seen as entertaining and light. But you talk about them. They control your situation, because if you ain't talking about rappers, because you niggas this and this against rappers, y'all feel this about rappers, why you talk about them every day? It's 40 million plus Black Americans in this country. What percentage of Black Americans do y'all think are rappers?
Right.
I want to talk. Let's talk.
Right.
Less
Out
than
of 40
1%.
million Black Americans, how many of them are rappers?
I'm gonna
Less
say
than
like
1%.
5%. Yeah, like
But
1
you
million.
let the media tell it. Every black person that dies is a rapper. So you know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Right.
Less than 1% of our community is rappers. Y'all know what percentage of our community is gangsters? It ain't that many.
Right.
So many.
It ain't that many. So don't let this media tell y'all how to think. Them niggas want to talk about rappers because that's what they want to be like. Why y'all think when these losers and these weirdos get money, the first thing they do is go start dressing like a rapper, go buy jewelry, go buy a Cuban, go buy a watch? Show y'all something.
Yep.
I wish I had the baby pic. I gotta find it. I wish I had the baby pic. This me in elementary. Nigga had hoop dreams, right?
Right.
How many of y'all niggas had hoop dreams?
Most of us, all of us. I did shit.
Yeah.
We all had hoop dreams, right?
Yeah.
That mean we all come from the same shit. Couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna be in the league, nigga. Say Greens Point YMCA right there.
Right.
I got
Yeah,
the
man,
He Got Games on. Why I got them on? Because that's culture.
Culture.
That's culture. First time they came out. But guess what? Some of us had football dreams. I want niggas to know when you come from this shit, Can't nobody tell you about it no more. Can't nobody tell you when you know your truth. Motherfuckers be haters, outsiders, weirdos trying to tell us about us. Why y'all letting motherfuckers that don't come from where y'all come from make you think they got authority over you? See, the problem is with niggas now. Y'all want to know why a lot of niggas don't fuck with me? For real? Cuz ain't gonna tell them about theyself. Ain't gonna speak up for his people. When you disrespect one of Ant people, I don't give a fuck what gang he from. I don't give a fuck what set he from. I don't give a fuck what hood he from. When I see you play on a black man in a racial way or a disrespectful way or a belittling way as an outsider nigga,
Yo.
if you do it to him, you will do it to me.
All right.
Right.
These is uncomfortable conversations for these niggas, man.
Right.
Remember this. Ain't now, bitch, address me publicly. Just know that. All of them bitches know me too. Just know that. And the more I move around, the more I be outside, the more people come to Houston. As Dog said earlier, nigga, this shit bigger than the nigga thought. I ain't gonna even say the niggas' names who tapped in, nigga. Y'all would be shocked. I don't want to put it out there like that just on some shit like, nigga, y'all would really be fucked and shocked. Like, damn, nigga, that nigga be watching you?
Nah, I believe it, man.
Like,
I
this
believe it,
shit
bro.
reach, my nigga.
Yeah.
This shit reach. And I'm like,
Crazy,
damn,
bro.
I had to, because I always be downplaying it because I don't want to be cocky, bro. I gotta stay humble, bro. That's how I was raised, dog. Like, the ass whoopings is the best thing I could have got because they keep me humble, bro. I never feel like I'm better than nobody unless you on some punk shit and a bitch ass nigga trying to tear my people down shit.
Man. That's one thing I don't play either, man. I don't like this. You ain't finna tell my people. That's one thing I don't play about, man.
But I feel like it's crazy because I just keep it cool. And it's certain shit that you know you gotta do and have to make your shit look bigger than what it is. I'm not finna do my shit like that. I'm not finna be that guy. But nigga, a nigga shit really be reaching. Like reaching. It's like, oh damn, nigga, you watching this hoe? You saying stay on your pivot when you see me, nigga? I'm like, all right, this shit crazy. But we gonna figure it out, man, and we gonna work this shit out. I want everybody to keep working. I want everybody to keep grinding. Man, you got a journey, dog. We all on a motherfucking journey, bro. And man, you ain't got to compare yourself to nobody. The game is about ups and downs. The game is about wins and losses. You know what I'm saying?
It's a marathon, like Nip said, man.
It's a marathon, nigga. Even the motherfucking teams that have undefeated seasons lose championships, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Undefeated seasons still lose championships. And niggas with bad records that squeeze into the playoffs
Didn't won a Super Bowl.
get the championship or the Super Bowl, however.
God damn. New
Niggas
York
that got
Giants.
dropped in the second
Right.
round that came back and won the fight.
Right.
A gang of times. Man, your journey is your journey, bro. Whatever you trying to figure out. And I know my journey and I know my purpose in this game. Because, yeah, I just love rap and hip-hop. I love the culture. I'm from the culture. I'm born in it, raised in it. I've been doing it for free my whole life. Why not get paid for it? That's the biggest blessing ever for me. The other biggest blessing is I understand how important media is. Media
Very
is the most
important.
powerful weapon in the world, y'all.
Yep.
They don't tell us that in the black community. I'll just say it like this. Why y'all think one group of people got the biggest control over media? When you control the media, you control the narrative, man.
Right. They understand.
People
You
from
know,
other groups, other ethnicities, other backgrounds, they raised up knowing how powerful media is. That's why they silent shit when they want to. We the only motherfuckers that's been trained to look at media as some goofy shit. To this day, I gotta defend my stance on media. I'ma always pop it. I don't owe a nigga no explanation. I'm really not into explaining myself to niggas either. But you can't shame me for doing media, bro. Like, it's what we supposed to be doing. We supposed to be controlling our own narrative. We supposed to be controlling our own culture and telling our own stories. Why we been letting outsiders tell our stories for us and they ain't never lived it?
Got too comfortable.
Come on. What you think,
We
Jay
got,
Quick?
I think we got too comfortable because see the thing is, man, we never understood that media is an arm of WS. You know what I mean? So you playing it respectful. I'm gonna play it respectful too. But the
Mm-hmm.
media is an arm of WS, and propaganda has always been powerful since Edward Bernays and Joseph Goebbels. They understood the power of propaganda, and what did they do? They changed the world with that. We just now getting into it, so we don't have the experience. So we'll do stupid shit like clickbait, and the shit be obvious. But when these other ethnicities use clickbait, they got everything to back it up. They got the whole kit and caboodle to go along with it, and their people stay on code. And we just now learning the nuances of it because what? We haven't been experienced at it. So we gonna stumble until we get it right. But what? The biggest thing you spoke about earlier, we gotta stay on code. We gotta stay on code for our people and don't put up with the bullshit. We gotta expel people like CW outside of the culture. But with what? We know we can't get them out of there all the way. But what? We gotta be able to parry that and to defend against that with what? More correctness in how we come and promote what we do for our people. You know what I'm saying? We got to have a hard line that we draw in the sand and say, this is what we will not put up with. And don't back down, no matter
Bare
what.
minimum, let's call the truth.
true,
Like, hey, that's some
true,
goofy shit.
man.
We can't
But
even do that.
I'm gonna keep it G though. See, the media is very powerful, and like the other cultures and other ethnicities and races, they use the media to portray themselves as if they got it all figured out, that they're all successful, that they all have professional jobs. This is how they use it to portray themselves. And the shit that gets the most views in our community is drama and ratchet behavior, like degenerate behavior. So that's one of the biggest things that we need to overcome if we're gonna make a difference and even be able to do something as a community, as a race of people in the first place.
100%. People don't like, it goes back even before time, and it's just ours became the forefront to it with our fuckery. But controversy sells no matter what race it is.
Right.
People getting killed is happening every day in these other countries. I mean, they got 2-3 wars going on in the Middle East right now.
Right.
That could be the forefront of media every day, right?
But they're not.
They're not.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to know why? We are the embodiment in face of the word cool.
Yeah.
So whether it's positive, negative, good, bad, healthy, unhealthy, we are the face of cool. And in Black America, Black Americans, FBAs, we are the face of Black man globally.
Right.
Now when I say that now, I want this to be heard. When people think of a Black man, they don't think of a Black man from other countries. They don't think of a Black man from Africa. They think of a black American man as the face of black people. I can guarantee you, but I can't name a gang of cities in no other country. You can't. Can anybody name a gang of cities in other countries?
Not really, but a couple of the ones they push to us, the ones they want us to know.
Okay, so when you go to Africa, which is a continent, they got a gang of countries. I can't even name all the countries in Africa.
Right.
Which is 54.
54 countries in Africa. I can't even name them. In North America, what we got?
50 states.
How many countries we got?
3 countries, 50 states.
So we got North America, we got
Canada.
Yeah, South America. Mexico and South America and all of that.
Well, now South America, they own country, ain't they?
Well, it's a bunch of countries. It's a bunch of them.
Anything above the equator can really be considered North America.
Well, North America.
So that's what I'm saying. So when it comes to North America, the 50 states, majority of the world not only know our states, but they know our cities.
True.
And a lot of them, especially their younger demographic, they are able to identify our people based off of city and state, especially with the rap community.
Fact. Mm-hmm.
So I say that to say, we are like one of a fucking kind in America. Everybody watching us, everybody paying attention to us. They know about our culture. They understand our culture. They know what we got going on. They know our lingos. They know our styles. You got motherfuckers that's doing drill rap in every country across the world. They all wearing the Nikes. They all getting the latest J's. They got Air Max 95 releases overseas, my nigga, before they releasing over here.
Right.
H-Time Air Max 95s was one of the most prominent shoes of our cultures when they dropped out here. I remember that shit back in the day.
You have to be a certain level of nigga. Yeah.
If you a H-Time nigga, you know them Air Max 95s.
Right.
Them shits meant a lot out here.
Right.
So they drop them overseas, and you got young niggas that wasn't even born when they was out lining up to buy.
Right.
I say, wow.
Bro, look, I was born in 92, right?
Yeah.
Chicago, born and raised, but I live in Atlanta now, Midtown to be exact. And me growing up, man, my mom bought me all the J's, bro. So I'm J'd out, man. By the time I, got into high school, middle school, going to high school, man, I was J'd out, bro. Like Jordans was never a thing for me anymore. I had no interest in it. Cause my mom, when I was a young kid, she bought me all of them. You know what I'm saying? So it really like I don't understand the hype, but I did want to, hop on something you said earlier about, we don't stay on code, and that's one thing we have to do. We have to practice group economics, right? So I read this book called Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. I don't know if y'all familiar with him,
Dr.
but
Claude Anderson, man.
Yeah, shout out Dr. Claude
Master
Anderson.
teacher.
And like he pretty much was saying like, yo, every race and group in this country look at us as competition. You know what I'm saying? We're not their ally. you feel what I'm saying? So that's how we have to move, man. We move with more group economics and learn about ourselves and who we truly are. And we have to really, really learn and understand genetics and why they don't like us and why they jealous of us. You feel me? Like that's all it is. Once
Dr.
you start
Wilson right there.
right. Once you start tapping into that, you go into remembrance. You start to remember. You feel me? You already know deep down in your genetic code, it's all about remembering. Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. This shit crazy, bro. And we got influence across this world. And I just want the people to understand our value, bro. Understand what we do, who we is as a people, what we bring to the table. One thing they're not gonna do is tell you how valuable you are, bro. That's bad for business.
Bad for business.
That's bad for business for them because everything is seen as a business and they trying to win. Nobody
Yeah.
gonna tell you that they need you as a people to thrive. You know how
I
much
mean,
we put into this economy?
we see it on social media, and look at all these other cultures that talk like us. They use our music in the background
Just the
to
advertisement
sell
and
us.
everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at all the
yeah.
white dudes from your city, from your state, Ant. I think it's a white dude. He's a chef. They use all the old school R&B music to cook up oxtails now.
I haven't even seen him. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? This is a white dude cooking up barbecue, and now he making oxtail. He using Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know what I'm saying? He using the Isley Brothers, and I'm just like, that lets me know who his target audience is because what? He's immersed in our culture because what? Oxtail was something that the Jamaicans, they want to argue back and forth, but my people from Charleston. So I knew about oxtails as a kid from my great grandmother when she was alive. So this was food for poor people. And now what? They didn't gentrified it and now the price through the roof, but we see our influence everywhere. You can't get on here and see these white folks selling their product with rock music.
No, it don't
With
have no
what? Or
flavor. It
skater
ain't got no
music or
flavor
thrashing
to it.
music. They using everything that we
It ain't
create.
got no flavor. It just don't got the same flavor that and they ain't got the same rhythm that we got, man. That rhythm and that flavor we got is different, dog. It's a
And
different
see,
whole vibe.
this,
How a nigga move smooth, like it's just
but
cool. I was gonna say this too, bro. Speaking of like, you said food, black businesses, man. I seen Wallow was getting mixed reviews on what he said earlier today. And I want to keep this about the message and no messenger. I want to remove all messengers from this topic of fuck that black business shit. Fuck that black owned business shit. I'm going to go to who going to motherfucking have me right and got the good product and got good service.
Right.
I think a lot of people misinterpreted that and they took it as a nigga was saying, fuck your blackness, or I'm choosing a white man over y'all. No matter how you feel about whatever, that was a harsh reality, y'all. To tell people, focus on making your product good and removing the blackness from it. The blackness is a plus. The
Right.
black is after you get the good customer service, the good product, the good reputation. You got to build that before you say
But you
support me
shouldn't
because
lead
I'm
with
not.
it. You shouldn't be leading with it.
Yeah. Lead with the product. The black gonna be the plus. The black gonna be the home run. Cause I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I ain't never been disrespected at no establishment as a restaurant in Houston the way I've been disrespected by a black-owned restaurant.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it all the way, and I'm not gonna put them on blast. Ultimate level of disrespect to where it was it really was about to get real. Complete chaos. Because a nigga had a motherfucking attitude. And then the other black workers at this black spot had bad attitudes. $60 a product that we walking out with. 4-5 of us. Then another group, they got about 5 or 6 with them. Y'all making a bankroll right here, but y'all think y'all could talk to people any type of way because y'all don't like y'all job. Y'all ready to go home and y'all think this and that. Nigga, I'ma always support black businesses. I'ma always support black product. I only wear black-owned clothing lines, really. Except for like my shoes and my fitteds and stuff, but in my pants and shit, I get that type of shit from like Zara or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or one of the little stores at the Galleria or whatever. the black products, that ain't gonna be the seller of all, bro. Because a lot of y'all is trying to shame people with the black on and say, man, y'all rather go shop with the white man. Yes, that does happen. Yes, there is self-hate. Yes, there is jealousy. All of those exist. But it's getting out of hand with the way niggas is overcharging their own people and giving them bad motherfucking service, bro.
Right. They tax the fuck out you, put gratuity in, charge the gratuity in your bill. The shit don't be right. The service, man, it's horrible. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like when you start talking business, if people that really understand business should know that you can't shame somebody for where they want to spend their money at. You know what I'm saying? Because you get what you pay for.
Right.
Straight up. Or you should anyways, or you should. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, I understand that everybody's trying to like just start getting on these entrepreneur creative endeavors and everything like that. And they really don't understand that, you know, you don't gotta tax somebody to make the money. You make more money if you moving the product. If you know what I'm saying, your volume will increase what you make, as opposed to trying to squeeze every dime out of every customer that you can. And I think that it's just that it goes down to financial literacy for us as a community as far as ownership of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not too many generations ago, we actually owned shit. But when they start making things more convenient and we had to go to the white man because we wasn't doing it ourselves, we forfeited and we turned our cards into actually having that sense of how to operate and run a business.
And see, I'm a
Man, you
nigga. I like,
said a mouthful.
nah,
Yeah.
facts.
You said a mouthful
1,000%.
because we don't have that experience anymore. Because what? We lost that generation between the 60s and the 90s. Is when black
Facts.
people had the most businesses in their neighborhood. Because I just posted, you know, I'm from Philly originally, and you know that, but I lived in Florida forever. And they was talking about my neighborhood in South Philly. And I said that we had everything in the neighborhood: the corner store, we had the funeral homes, the cleaners, the exterminator, the man that came around on the truck with the fish and the fruit. We had everything that we needed to sustain our black neighborhood and thrive. For what? During that time in the 80s with the crack came through there, it destroyed us. So we lost those corner stores and they got replaced with what? What we thought was Chinese was really Korean. And now
Right.
they didn't replace them with the Dominicans, aka the poppy stores here in Philly. So what? We don't have any ownership in the hood. So when we get these little businesses that we put online, which is really destroying us, these goddamn home-based people cooking, charging exorbitant amounts of money for this fucking food that ain't even worth it. That shows that what? Our lack of business savvy and just lack of knowing how to run a business. And this the shit that drives us down the fucking road because we want people to support just because we black, not because it's good and not that we provide value.
They
And that's
selling
one of
it
the
off
biggest
perception,
problems.
bro. Look, they playing that mental game and it's pressure. It's like, and people fell for it after the pandemic. That's when it really
Right.
happened.
Because everybody had a business after the pandemic.
After the pandemic, or like
Yeah.
kind of like right before the pandemic, but after the pandemic is when it got real. Everything went skyrocket high. Every single fucking cost went through the roof. Food, parking, lounging, and I'm just speaking for Houston.
Right.
Shit was already a little pricey a little bit. But nah, nigga, it's certain spots in Houston, it was never like this. Now you go to a spot, you spending $15 on a drink.
And
Shit,
I ain't
here in
gonna lie,
Philly, a
and I
dub
think
or a
that got a
quarter.
lot to do with all the new people that are coming to Houston though. Like, cause now in Houston, you barely meet people that's from Houston. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of these
Yeah, if you
people,
in the mix, for sure. If you in the mix.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it like, so, but you know, I think the price this they it check because they starting to accommodate the prices where like other people was already used to. You know what I'm saying? Shit that's high to us. You know what I'm saying? Other people was used to paying that shit already. That's the whole. You know what I'm saying? With attracting people to Houston because of the affordability for a major city. You know what I'm saying? But now,
This whole thing, this whole thing. The whole world had went up a little bit after the pandemic. So Houston
yeah,
got on board with it. Like, hey, let's
right.
go up too. The black community got on board with it. With everything else going up,
We gonna go up.
We gonna go up. So,
Yeah.
like I say, it was certain spots that was already a little bit more pricey than others. And hey, you have a choice. You pay by choice, not by force. You don't have to pay nothing you don't want to pay. But you start realizing that nigga, like everything is super like taxed, my nigga. I remember I went to one spot, nigga. I got a drink, some wings, and some fries, y'all. That shit was $50.
Damn.
That's about right. That's about right.
I said,
Dollars
wow.
though.
Wow. And I said, I like to go out, so I'll spend it. And I got it. But I'm not gonna sit up here and play like this shit ain't expensive. No matter if I can afford it or not. This shit right here should have been 25 total.
Right. It's
Everything
different
done
from
when
what
I
I used
start
to
paying.
pay.
I'm just like, okay, this is where we at. Now, Pete, you go out and you spend all this money. The people that you buying it from, they know that they not worth it. It's not worth it. But they telling themselves, hey, my nigga, I'm going to play with that game and I'm going to put this price on it and this tax on it because I'm damn near finna make people feel like, hey, you got to buy your way into this shit. If you can't afford it, nigga, you missing out.
Right.
It's a mind game.
A mind game, yeah.
It's a perception game. Like, nigga, if you
Right.
can't afford it, you missing out.
Keeping up with the Jones.
Hey, nigga, you better find a way to keep up with the Joneses, nigga.
Right.
Everybody selling the same food. You know what I'm saying? Everybody selling the same exact food, the same menu damn near. You got a few that's different. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you can't complain about nobody price, nigga. That's your choice. You either pay or you don't. And I can pay for it all, but a nigga no, then I just say for the people, well, man, y'all going over there paying them prices. Y'all going to Steak 48. Y'all going to here paying these prices. It's like, nigga, it's fucking 5-star restaurant, nigga. What
Right.
is we talking about? They coming in here with A1 top-notch service. I'm spending $50 with you. You damn near acting like you don't want my money.
Right.
They'll try to make a nigga feel like, nigga, it's a privilege for you to spend your money with me.
Yeah, I don't
Y'all
know
ever
what's
had
going
that
on
happen?
with
Right.
it. Man, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I've seen some wild stuff, and like the stigma of so-called black people in restaurants is insanity, bro. Like I was at this one spot up here in Atlanta,
Yeah, I was
going,
about to say
getting
that.
me, getting me a smoothie from out this spot, right? Up there, and then it's a girl in front of me. And I guess her order came up to like $8.44, and she was just trying to pay the. And mind, she had her son. Son had a little dog in his hand, whatever, and she was trying to like get out of not paying the 44 cents. So the guy behind the counter was like, I don't have change, but if I had, I'll help you out. Man, she knocked over the container of straws and shit and just walked out. I'm like, God damn. Like she paid for other amount of food, but then I'm like, yo, the stigma between like, people going to restaurants, man, they be had a wild, but yeah, I've seen some wild stuff like you just explained about, how so-called black people would treat us coming to their establishment, and it's like, why would you do that to your own people, man? It's pure insanity, man. So
Bro, I
hate.
walked into a store, and I'm not going to blast them. I kid you not. Last weekend, actually the weekend before last weekend, I walked into a store real quick. Shoe store. Not going to say their name. Shout out to Active Athlete, though. If y'all ever go to Active Athlete, they going to provide good customer service. Just make sure you don't go like right before they try to close. Just go up in there in the open in the shopping hours, and they going to get you right. Active Athlete going to make you feel welcome. Shout out to Active Athlete. I never have a problem with them. They go over and beyond to provide a nigga good customer service. But I went into one other shoe store out here, and I'm not going to say their name because we got hundreds of shoe stores. Bro, I walked in here. It was 4 people in there. 2 of them for sure was working there because they was behind the counter. I walked in their store. They was over there having a conversation when I walked in. They didn't say one word to a nigga when I walked in. Big ass store too. Walked in, they didn't say one word. I go to the back, check out the whole back wall. I just hear them having a conversation. Now, one person came up to me and said nothing. Then I go over there by the hats. Not one person said nothing. I'm like kind of going through the hats for a little bit. They steady over there having whatever conversation they having. And they looking at me like, hey, nigga, why you in our store?
Praise God.
Then when I left out, they didn't say nothing. So I felt like this ain't even a proper human interaction where a black man can walk into a motherfucking black, and I don't know if black people own it, but all black employees. I just don't believe a black person can walk into a room and it's 4 other black people in there. Not one of them say nothing. And when he walks out, they don't say something about him when he walks out. So you mean to tell me I walked into y'all store, walked around, looked at different shit, picked some shit up looking, and y'all didn't even say nothing about me the whole time, or y'all didn't say nothing to me. So I'm supposed to believe I walked all the way back to my car and y'all just didn't even notice me walk in.
All right.
It's a couple of factors that either they was what? Young, not well trained, or they just ain't give a fuck.
I think it's a little bit of all of them. A little bit of all of them. A little bit of all of them. And I say, wow, this that black shit.
But it's the culture and the culture, especially with the girls, that made like they feel like they feel so entitled and like I don't know, man, to the point where like they unpleasant. Like they unpleasant to deal with, even their jobs or anything. It's just the attitude they give off, like especially because of social media and how everybody like I don't know, people have become numb to having real compassion and feelings directly towards they fellow mankind in the flesh, because like they only concerned with online type of I don't know, they live in
antisocial behavior.
Yeah, it's antisocial behavior. Yeah.
They allow social media to fuck up their mentality so much to the point where they actually believe fake shit, man. And they can't hold a decent conversation or converse with anybody because they're not really in real life. They NPCs stuck in this social media world.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
Right. And they can't really comprehend, and they believe in everything they see without looking into the facts.
Right.
A
Everything is
lot of these
about
people
visuals.
nowadays is socially awkward because they don't have no real interaction with people. Everything is on the internet. So when you see somebody in person, you don't know how to judge the nuances. Like if Ant coming to the store, like, hey, what's up, my G? This your first time in the store? All right, well, shit, check it out. Look around. If you need some help, holler at me. I'm over here in the hat section. Blase blah. They ain't gonna either say, all right, that's what's up, pimp. I'm gonna get at you in a minute. I'm checking out these shoes on this wall, or when I need the hat, man, shit. Let me see about 10 of them hats, size 7 and 5/8, and start the conversation. They don't have them basic social skills because they never interacted with people. Everything's on the internet.
But I'm gonna be honest though, the younger brothers, when I go in the stores, they be pretty much they be on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They make me respect them a little bit more, because it'd be good to get that kind of energy from some of the, you know, what they call the YNs and shit. Like ones that's out there working, trying to be, you know what I'm saying, be productive citizens and shit. Like they do better than the black girls. Like generally when I go in the stores, I'm not just trying to shoot no shade, but that's just mainly how it is.
Man, I don't even want to even like label them YNs, man. I don't
Yeah,
even like
but
that,
you
you
know,
know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I hate that shit too a little bit.
Yeah, I hate
You
that.
know, we getting, it's like everybody getting more comfortable with it, but I feel like a YN, it's not even about the age, it's about a mentality.
Facts.
And I think that when you calling people YNs, it get put on to like any young black dude that got an urban look. And he's up to no good and it's trouble. It's like we helping them stereotypers.
Fact.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell
In
white
a
people,
new
don't
way.
call nobody no YN, because that's just that's like a slick way of you calling him a nigger.
True.
In a new way. That's
It's a new way to call
2025.
somebody a nigga. Don't call
It ain't even
nobody
a slick
no
way.
YN.
It's a
We
real
literally
direct way.
calling
A
niggas.
young nigga. That's a classification, nigga. That's very direct. A young nigga. You feel me? And they even got an emoji that represent it, bro. So that's how you know that it's an agenda behind a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually went through the keyboard to find a ninja to attach ourselves
Right.
to that shit.
Yeah, to
That's
right.
deep. That's deep.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I
We
never
we
really
went and
liked it.
found the emoji to attach ourselves to that shit.
See, I'm the nigga like this, right? I would say, yeah, boy, man, that young nigga wild. I'll say young nigga. I don't want to say YN.
Right.
Because when I say young nigga, I'm really addressing you by your age.
Right.
Yeah, he a young nigga, man. Oh, young nigga, that young
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah, the little youngster. Yeah.
I'm addressing you because when I say young nigga, I mean I'm saying you 21, 22 type shit. You ain't been on earth as long as other people yet. That's it. But with them, YN is ignorant, fuck up, full of
Crash out.
bullshit. That's
Ready
what
to
they
crash out.
label it as.
Crash
On
out.
some
Crash out.
gangster shit. I seen y'all boy Nigga Neater 22. He caught them dudes from Philly, some young YNs. I was like, bro, you just call us YNs, bro? So how you
Yeah,
gonna call
talking
us a
about
young nigga? Adam's like, well, man, I'm just getting hip to the lingo. He's like, nah, bro, don't call me no YN, my nigga. Don't call me
Yeah,
that.
man. See,
And
they be slick doing that, man.
I've seen quite a few young niggas tell people don't call them a YN. That shit disrespectful.
Yeah.
and them so-called YNs finesse the shit out of them
Yeah.
for a free trip to LA and then give up no information.
Then he
But
gotta try to clickbait it up. I just seen a clip with Vlad today talking to or yesterday, Bloodhound Q50, and he's asking him about them hats. He said, well, you know, man, we just be making up shit in this music, man. All the other rappers was lying about shit, so we start lying about shit too to make it, man. I'm like, oh, this is not the response that Vlad wanted, boy.
He got the Pee Wee Longway treatment.
Man, but the nigga did it so it's like he planned it. Whether it was true or not, I'm taking Bloodhound Q50 word for it. That's what that nigga said.
right.
Nigga, he said, nigga, I'm just lying in this music, bro. I ain't doing nothing. And he said, so man, you got caught with a gun. He said, yeah, man. Nigga, I don't
That
even
backpack
carry
wasn't
guns,
mine.
bro.
Yeah, I don't carry guns.
Nigga
That
said, man,
wasn't
I don't
nothing.
carry guns, man. He's like, no, shit. He said, yeah, boy. Nah, he said, bro, I never have guns on me, man. Never. He's like, that shit wasn't even my gun. And we was just in the car, whatever. Somebody left the gun on, the who it was, whatever. Woo-doo. That's why I say I don't even know how they charged me with that case with the such and such charge with me having a gun, unlawful this and that. And he was like, nigga, I wasn't shooting nobody or nothing like that. I don't even carry guns. So Vlad tried to word it in a way like, yeah, tell me that you be carrying guns. That nigga said, yeah, man, I don't carry guns at all, bro. I never had no gun on me, nigga. I don't do nothing gangster. I just started making up music. I was like, oh, shit, this is really crazy right here.
Yeah,
But you know,
I know that Vlad hate when a young nigga, because you got to think, when a nigga answer you that way, he basically telling you like, hey, bro, you on some whole ass shit right now.
and I
But
gotta
you
play dumb
made
on
this
your
off
ass.
here.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna
you
play
know what I'm
dumb on
saying?
you. See, but this the thing though. But niggas still put themselves to go on that platform, knowing, you know what I'm saying, knowing that people didn't got jammed up for talking too much to this person in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know. I just kind of remember a time in our community, like when we grew up, we could damn sure couldn't talk to no police, but we, you know what I'm saying, we damn sure couldn't tell too much about business to around no white folks. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga never was able to, like, trust in white, like, that just, you know what I'm saying? We don't trust in motherfuckers like that to be going there telling them our goddamn business. You know what I'm saying? Because we associated white folk with police. So I'm just saying where I come from, right? So like, niggas can't even go sit down with other niggas and you know what I'm saying, conversate or get interviewed by somebody that actually understands, you know what I'm saying, your psyche, by, you know what I'm saying, behind the way you live, and y'all run it down like that and get views. Y'all go to these other people that are super suspect and don't forget niggas locked up, and y'all go run over there and spill all y'all beans for clout. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when I grew up, nigga, we couldn't take pictures. We couldn't pull cameras out like that. Niggas knew it was funny about cameras, nigga. You couldn't just be pulling out cameras like that. But now everybody does it. And now clout became a real drug, nigga. And Instagram took everybody to a different level to where, nigga, it's like the army. They go be all they could be. And now so they don't even give a fuck. They just go here and tell it whatever to make themselves look good.
CCV,
man.
cloud clicks and views. You know what I'm saying? But it used to be, you know what I'm saying, and I don't know, you know what I'm saying, but the street code, silence and secrecy really come from the plantation, like man Ant discussed before. You know what I'm saying? That came from the plantation. They ain't come
I
from no
told the
street
nigga
shit.
that. Hey, I told the nigga that shit one day on Twitter Spaces, and they said, "Man, oh man, that's that old shit right there." And I'm like, "Hey, my nigga, this where this shit come from with us, my nigga. See, but you gotta watch out for them niggas who disrespect the lineage, even if they
Right.
are
Got to.
FBA. When a nigga
Right.
start disrespecting the lineage, I've told niggas we will throw you off the fucking boat, nigga.
Got
Right.
to.
Hopefully you can swim, but it won't be our problem because we ain't throwing
Gotta
nothing
make
on
them
our
niggas walk the plank. Gotta make them
Right.
walk the plank. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that shit is deeper than that for us. Cause you know what I'm saying? They try to say we got that shit from the mafia. Like, nah, motherfucker. We had that shit in our culture before Omerta even spread to so-called black culture.
So
We
the
didn't want
nigga,
to
It
see
was in
what?
our
this
it
one
was in our
Vlad
culture
do.
before.
The nigga say, bro tells him he caught a felony, and then Vlad asks why he carries guns.
Right.
So Vlad put in this title, Bloodhound Q50 on claiming he caught 8 bodies in songs. That's how Vlad titled that.
That's dirty. That's dirty.
It's dirty work,
That
my nigga.
clickbait. Yeah, the clickbait, get a nigga bammed up. And see that and then you know I noticed, man, a lot of those like, you know, Jewish streamers, man, they be doing that. You see them, man, side eye and saying slick stuff. And you know, the smart, you know, rappers, they really ain't gonna, you know, incriminate themselves, but at the same time, it's just the antics that they be doing, you know, people like your boy Aiden Ross and all them, man. They, you
Man, them
know,
niggas got on playing gay. Aiden Ross, Not
yeah,
all them niggas used to act gay back in the day.
Yeah, they
facts,
Right.
did.
man.
Yeah, they
Facts,
did.
All of them, they on video acting gay, super gay.
facts.
Fun boys. Super fun boys.
But
Niggas
see,
getting in the
Ka-
shower together and shit.
Yeah,
but that's
Casanat, he
because
wore a dress
streaming.
early.
No, but that's because streaming is the new Hollywood, though, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you sitting there like Castanat, he be having like over 400,000 people just sitting there watching him. Shit crazy.
Kai's the guy right now. They pushed the button for him.
Right.
Right. So, you know, they just trying to figure out how they can get one of those, one of the white streamers to get to his level, but it ain't working. So, you know, even when they throwing them like artists, new artists and all that, it still ain't working. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, so
I'm
we
listening
got
to this
man,
clip. I can't play
man,
Vlad clip on here.
Man, you know what
Vlad,
happened with
man,
me and
when he
him? He got my page canceled over that
I
Pee Wee
know.
Longway post.
he be saying slick stuff too, man. Like I be like, damn, for real, they really going back on this
Well,
show,
see,
man.
the thing is now they been got to that point, y'all. Consonant, Aiden Ross, Speed, they are tied in with companies and teams behind the scenes that you're not gonna see.
Right.
They're not
Yeah.
waking up and having all these ideas on their own. They now have a team and they invest money back into the brand, which is good business. That's what you got to do. But they got it to a certain level on their own. But after they got to a certain level, a team came in and helped them expand it. That's how they got it to the level they at. It's not like when you seen them at the All-Star last year. Constantine woke up and said, hey, man, I'm finna just call the people and say, can I go to the All-Star? No, that was already done. People was already contacted.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see him getting these good looks and these things. He has a team that he signed with. The following got big enough. Once you get to a certain level, it's on. Same thing with Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross is not spending all of his own money to get those rappers over there. He got sponsors, people that's paying him money to give to niggas to come onto the stream. Y'all remember when Playboy Cardi took that bag from him?
The deuce.
That wasn't Aiden Ross money. That was another nigga money.
Right.
So just know this is the game. What else we had going on, y'all? I can't remember. There's so much shit. Yeah, Vlad be asking some weird questions.
Bro, I just
say
don't.
Vlad ain't no match for Q50. They laughing at this nigga Vlad in the comments.
Man, I don't really just never really fucking watch Vlad shit though, bro, because I don't even really care for his interview style because it's like just the joking and and laughing and asking the nigga some crazy ass questions don't sit right with me. Like nigga, you know you doing foul shit. But you doing it with a smirk, bro. Like, and you unapologetic about what you're doing because you feel like you shouldn't be held accountable for, whatever happening to people from the things they saying on your platform, which is true to a degree because they grown ass men. They should know what to say and what not to say. But it's like you're trying to provide a space for people to do these type of things, and you basically doing police work.
Man, he got people killed, especially what's the dude right there in your city, Ant, that his girl actually blicked the dude during the robbery and the home invasion. And Vlad had him on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't asked that man not one question about his music. Everything was about the shooting and the killing of the dude that tried to rob him during the home invasion. Or the fake verse. Oh yeah, I want you to do the verse, but his girl the one that did the blicking. And this man, what? He dead. But Vlad don't see no responsibility for that. He purposely had him on there to exploit the killing of another black man for money.
But that's where we gotta take it, bro. I know to cut you off, but that's where we really have to take accountability because if we shame these people for the shit that they doing, you know what I'm saying, then they wouldn't go bragging about that shit to the white man. You get what I'm saying? Like if we shamed them in our own community, if we didn't support the bullshit, the killing each other, the you know what I'm saying, the promiscuous shit of the women, you know what I'm saying? All that, if we wasn't supporting it in our own community and we stood against it, then they would, that wouldn't really prosper so much. But since we don't, everybody else is making more money off of our woes and our downfalls than we are.
You speak nothing but facts, and I make posts on my page about that because what? We want that white adjacency and we want that white validation. So we get on there and tell the motherfuckers about all our goddamn fuckery for clout, clicks, and views. And we think, okay, if we get some nigga pennies from it, this makes everything great, which it don't, because it's what? It's going against the code. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back to silence and secrecy and realize that everything ain't for public consumption, especially somebody that has let us know more than once that they are our enemy. Right. We got to see, just like you said, we got to see it. We got to start holding people accountable. And no, I fuck with him because I love the way this motherfucker thinks. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of everything else, that's how I found his page. I stumbled upon it. And he asked me a couple questions about my musical past. I said, yeah, that's me. And ever since then, I've been locked in because the brother thinks how people should think in this day and age, but really don't because what? They're chasing clout and they don't have no motherfucking code that they live by.
Say his name, Ken.
Lord Salvo P, man, what's the deal?
Nothing too much. Just hearing some gangster going on with some gangsters. I want Loose to say that was Loose, ain't it? Speaking.
Loose who?
No, that was Quick speaking.
Oh, Quick, God damn.
Who you thought that was?
It sound the same, But hey, you sound you got the right what I'm thinking too. I ain't gonna say right, but that's how I'm thinking too. But I was saying shout out to you because a lot of niggas wouldn't even said that, especially from the land you from. They'll be too scared to say it because of whatever they feel the blowback gonna be. Like I shouldn't be saying this, I should be saying this or that, the third. But it felt like you was just speaking just from a gangster's perspective. You feel me? Not just from a gangbanger's perspective in LA too, because it's not just a gangbanging perspective when you speak about a gangbanger's
Who you talking about loose? What you mean loose?
No, I thought Quick. I thought Quick was loose.
Loose who?
Cannon. I thought Quick was loose. Cannon.
Do you watch Urban Politicians TV?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was just his name. I don't do a lot of live shit unless it be live
Loose
videos.
can't call up here from the feds. It won't happen.
Hey, hey, to be real, I don't be on the internet. I be on the internet, but I don't be like doing what I'm doing now. You feel me?
Yeah,
so
Loose Cannon in the feds. Yeah, you won't see him on Urban Politicians TV more than likely. I won't say never, but we'll for sure let him come on here and tell people. I would gladly let him come on and tell people about the bad decisions he's made. You know, but other than that, we don't got nothing else to really talk to him about.
Hey, no, I feel you. This why I fuck with you the long way too. Yeah. You very much so different, but you still keep that same, like, how can I explain it? Like, imagine if Lauren LaRosa, if old girl had Lauren LaRosa's presence as far as knowing what the fuck she was talking about. That's you. You can still be entertaining, but you not gonna speak on no shit. That's why I think you probably came from the streets before too. You probably done said it before, but I ain't gonna say a dick sucker. I'm not sure if you've said it before or not, so I'm not gonna put that on you. But you sound like a nigga that came from the streets before. Nigga ain't just gonna put jackets on the nigga when it seemed very easy to do it.
Nah, facts. That's just unwritten laws, bro. That's an unwritten code. Like I told niggas, niggas feel how they feel about it. I don't give a fuck. When did we start doing paperwork parties in our community, fam?
Right.
Especially from another nigga.
Hey, Super J Quick. When did that become a thing in black culture where we just having random paperwork parties?
I seen it.
Everybody get together and be like, we don't know about this nigga.
I seen the proper.
Y'all don't know a nigga personally. You don't
really
know
happen
nothing
with
about
us.
the
We know
nigga.
by then.
You don't know where the nigga's from. You're not gonna do nothing to him, but you're holding a paperwork party on him. That's some street shit and that's some prison shit, my nigga. Why have we made that a thing?
Yeah, I didn't know they was doing that. I thought you was talking about.
Oh no, they doing it. They doing a lot of that.
I mean, first of all, when your man 1090 Jake started doing that, I was still in Tallahassee then, and I know people that was in Lake Butler because they used to write into my radio show when I did a segment called Jail Mail. That man wasn't shaking nothing on the yard over there in Lake Butler. You know what I'm saying? So he been a fraud. He been a fraud. He been a fraud when he was over there at Apalachicola, which is down the street from Tallahassee. He been frauding since then. You know what I'm saying? I personally know Boston Richie. The radio station I was at, we used to give out free turkeys courtesy of Steve Harvey every Thanksgiving and Christmas where this man stayed at.
You wanna say this too. You speaking from a perspective of when he was talking, when he was active, not no nigga outside of the jail paying people in different states to get information and shit. No, this is when he first started, when he should have been the most accurate, is when you talking about when he snitched too, which a lot of niggas don't know.
Yeah, because that grievance
hit me over the head.
That grievance is really him snitching, trying to move because it was too much pressure for him to walk the main line on that yard.
And I want to say this too. I want to say this because I like to make this clear. I'm gonna let y'all go. I always make it very clear, nigga. I've never been to prison. I don't gangbang. Nigga, I don't shoot niggas, don't kill niggas, don't do none of that. But a nigga don't gotta do none of that to understand how that go. I don't gotta go to the corner store and sell crack with the niggas at the corner store to know what selling crack is. I don't gotta go on the drill to know, hey, them niggas just did a drill and I saw it. I don't gotta know, hey, they just robbed that nigga right there, hopping out his car to know they just robbed that nigga out the car.
How
I
does
didn't
he
have to have a gun
feel?
in my hand to know that that's what went on. In the black community, you see and you don't see. You know, and it's understood and overstood of what's going on, and you mind your business, but you seeing it all in real time.
You mind your business. That's what you say to yourself, but you
hold
might
on.
be.
I don't need a nigga, and especially no white boy, to tell me what him writing a letter up to the warden means. You can
Somebody
word it how
wrote
you
that?
want to word it, say it how you want to say it. I'm not gonna do nothing to your white ass. But you not finna piss on me and tell me it's raining. Because I know if a nigga do that to a nigga, what they gonna say about it.
And fuck what they gonna say, what I'm gonna say, because I'm not going off of what they do.
Yeah.
Nigga, please, I wish I would let no cracker do something. Nigga, I couldn't come home. I live in
my whole
Texas. I'm
point is
from
I
the
want
South.
people to get it understood so they don't mind people being exposed, whatever. My whole thing is this. Of course, we not co-signing niggas telling you need to take accountability and responsibility for your actions if you got iron on some niggas. That ain't got nothing to do with the streets with me. That's not me pushing the street code. I'm not here for that. It's not me saying I'm a gangster, I'm a stepper, none of that. That's not what it's about. But at the same time, I can know and understand it done got to the point where they be throwing these jackets on people without proof.
Yeah, you gonna make sure they fit a nigga before they start.
So just hold on. So now, hold on. So like, I'm gonna tell you the difference. It ain't cool regardless. But 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Ja Rule just said that about 50. Ain't none of us taking that serious. That's not affecting either one of them. We know they going
what?
to jail.
He snitched?
Huh?
Said what? He snitched? I'm sorry, I don't mean to
Ja
cut you off.
Rule said he filed a lawsuit or put the people on him, call him a rat, snitch, whatever. They been going at each other for 22 years, whatever. Vice versa. Or Ja Rule been quiet most time, now he responding. He say he being petty now. Whatever. That's not affecting either one of them niggas, no way. It ain't affecting their career.
But you thinking as a logical nigga, bro.
Nothing is gonna happen to either one of those niggas.
It's all entertainment, bro. Basically,
It's entertainment for them, but for other niggas, it ain't entertainment, bro.
It's real life. Right. Like some niggas is willing to die about some of these celebrities. Like I done had arguments with niggas about Drake and Kendrick, and I'm a fan of both of them. I like Drake music more simply because, let's be honest, he released more bangers. Like, come on.
Yeah,
but niggas is real live acting like they know either or. Like they gonna die for the OVO or they gonna die for TDE.
You gotta calm down. Hey, bro, you gotta calm down. The 50 Cent paperwork was fake that Ja Rule put up too. So I'm gonna put a video up on that just for the fuck of it tomorrow. I got this Kodak Black video coming as well, but the 50 Cent shit was fake. They got
well, give us a little teaser. What did he say exactly about the 50s? I say, well, give us a little teaser. Well, me especially, because I ain't know about
no,
this.
It wasn't that deep. He tried to say that 50 Cent basically filed a complaint on him and said
like
had the feds on him. He said you put the feds on Murder Inc. and that's why we went through what we went through. Whatever.
That was weak.
It don't even matter. So the
Ja Rule ain't got no roasting.
All I'm saying is, I know people feel like, well, expose the snitches, expose the rats. That's cool too. Whatever, if that's how y'all living, that's how y'all living. Y'all feel that way, y'all feel that way. My thing is, I have an issue with outsiders because I'm a nigga coming into our culture and lifestyle and politicking on people from my culture.
Hey, honestly,
we can't politic on theirs. There's no criminal organization that's letting a black man come in and call any shots and approve and disapprove anything.
And see, that's
and letting is a very good word you use because they still did. I'm not sure if that's why you use the word letting, but yeah, they sure still did because they had to. Black people in these Hispanic or Latin or Spanish-speaking countries are very foundational. Even in Jamaica, we were the first niggas hopping off in Jamaica and Brazil. Brazil got the most black people outside of Africa there is, period. So it's been niggas around here and thriving for very long, even in the US of A. If y'all don't know, there's been a book of Columbus, not even a book, his diary. So it's what he said. It's exactly what he said. He said it was black people here when he first came here, so black that they were indigo.
So,
Nigga,
Ink,
do
what you was
you
gonna
know
say,
what
bro?
indigo is?
Hold on, ENK, what you was gonna say, bro?
Damn, he didn't forget. My bad, bro.
No,
Run
you
it.
good because I got off into some whole other black shit. I'm sorry, I do that sometimes.
I forgot, bro. We was
Let
talking
him
about
run
something.
it.
No, we was talking about what I was saying was they letting that nigga come up into our
Oh
culture.
yeah.
And I'm not even into the violence. I'm not doing nothing violence, but we letting people that's not black come in our shit and politic on niggas' paperwork.
Right.
Hey,
Niggas
comes
is
with the
clapping for it,
violence.
niggas is defending it, niggas is co-signing it. But my point to niggas is, y'all know that there's no white gang that's ever gonna let a black man feel like he can politic on some white dudes.
Right. So
Even
and
the
that's
ones that
Hold on, bro.
claim
Let
they
him
not
speak,
white.
bro.
hold on, because I'm gonna say this shit, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been in TDC, so I've been inside the walls. I can speak for this. Like paperwork party shit is some jailhouse shit, and so if you playing jailhouse or penitentiary rules, then as naturally, nigga, somebody from an outside race can't politic on black issues. Like whether even when shit beyond blood, crip or whatever, that shit is when certain shit is still just a black issue, nigga. Can't another race come in there and have an input on a black issue? You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I don't think
saying?
that's what
So,
dude was saying because
but
we
not,
ain't,
but
yeah,
not
he
this
ain't
is.
never went
Hold
there.
on,
Like
hold on,
that don't go
hold on, hold on.
nowhere.
Calm
He ain't
down. Let
say
me
that.
tell
He
you.
ain't say
No, listen. Let me tell you why this is important. Let me tell you why this is important. It's important is because they bringing this shit to the streets. Now, other gangs or organized, you know what I'm saying, people don't generally do this black people do. Like it's this unity when we locked up a little bit, but when we come out here, we're against our own. We're against our own. We're not even holding ourselves accountable to the same rules of structure that we designed for ourselves. We call this shit a code or stand on code, but nobody is sticking to none of the codes. So that's why there's a white person that's allowed to come in and be able to stir up conflict amongst our gangs, or be able to get a motherfucker to confess about something that he did 20 years ago to one of the most prominent figures in our culture. Like it's different shit like that. This is the reason why, because we are not as a whole sticking to the codes that we say that we live by.
Hell
Yeah,
nah.
that's why
That's what
me
it's the
personally,
self-black hate thing that we speak on. It's all of that in one. And like I said too, bro, just know this for a fact. I ain't never seen, bro. It's crazy because he's not really covering hip-hop culture. He's covering the streets of hip-hop. He's covering crime of hip-hop. Same thing with the nigga from London. These niggas
Lord
ain't
Ross,
really running hip-hop platforms.
right?
These niggas is really running crime platforms with within the black urban and hip-hop culture and community. Cause I ain't never seen that nigga promote nobody music.
Nope.
As far as a rapper, I ain't never heard him say, hey, this new album is out, this new album is out. It's, hey, when one of you niggas die, one of you niggas get shot, one of you niggas catch a case, or one of you niggas go to jail, I'll cover that. But I'm not gonna cover y'all sports. I'm not gonna cover y'all success. I'm not gonna cover basic little arguments. I'm not gonna cover podcast moves. None of that is cool for me.
Right.
Only thing I want to cover is when you niggas die, when you niggas go to jail, and when you niggas catch cases.
Nope.
It's crazy that,
Exploitation,
and then
man.
it's niggas, if I tell them this, they gonna defend it.
Right.
Man, he doing journalism, bro. Oh, he doing media, bro. He a blogger, bro. That's his job. My nigga. It's the police job to lock you niggas up.
Right.
That make it cool? It was the police job to catch the slaves running away. So we just gonna tell every white person just because they say it's their job title, it's okay? Nah, my nigga, y'all niggas better start understanding these definitions of nigga. Journalism ain't never been in the favor of black people.
Hell no. The newspapers where they put ads for us
That
at.
wasn't meant to be healthy
Right.
for us.
No, the news was to report what we was doing. Newspaper was to report what we did. You know what I'm saying? To put a bounty on us, to capture our ass, all of that. That's all it was.
Nigga, the media ain't never been friendly for us to this day. So that's my point. Y'all can watch it. Y'all watch who y'all watch, support who y'all support, like who y'all like. But I'm not finna make this narrative be something that it's not, fam. You're not finna come over here and tell me somebody's doing my people a favor and they not. All these niggas doing is getting rich off of us, nigga.
That's it.
And for any nigga that want to point out what I'm doing, nigga, this is my motherfucking blood, my lineage. Everything I cover is my motherfucking people and my people history. This is my culture. I can't go be a part of another culture. Y'all can. I can't go be no white boy. I can't go be a dude from another country. There is no turning nigga off for me.
Right.
They can turn it off. And then they can play the white card. And I've seen all of them play the white card. That's crazy. We let people come into our culture and play the white card. All of them do it.
Kid Rock, Post Malone.
What we got to that point? Y'all let these niggas come into black American culture and lifestyle and play the white card and then tell you how to feel about it. Give a fuck about no gangster shit, man. I don't give a fuck about no street shit. I don't give a fuck about no killing. I don't give a fuck about no drilling and stepping. I want us to remove all of that shit from our culture.
All that shit, yeah.
I want all that shit to stop, and I want us to go be successful, my nigga. I want us to make sure we've given the next generation the right type of game.
Yeah, fact.
Stop acting like these people are your friends. These people see you as money opportunities. They got a whole nigga needer alliance, nigga. You will never see them white boys speaking ill of each other in this motherfucking game.
And they understand friendly competition too. That's why Adam and Vlad can do the same type of shit and still have two different audiences and still get the same amount of views. They not giving a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You got your niggas.
Competition. They not in competition at all.
Exactly.
They not in competition at all.
That's why they had the meeting of the so-called heads of hip-hop media when they had.
So let's get this clear, right? I want y'all to see how this go. 1090J, with everything going on, he has no video up there about none of this stuff going on with No Jumper and this federal indictment with Big U.
Not one.
Not one. And he don't have to drop one. I'm not saying he needs to.
But if it was somebody else, he would have been dropped.
You a gangster.
Yeah.
And you a blood. As a blood. I'm not going to tell you how to be a blood because I'm not a blood and I'm not a stepper. But if you going to do some media, it should be acknowledged how Adam 22 cooperated with the feds. Did Adam 22 cooperate with the feds?
Yep.
Yeah, they came knocking on his door.
He said he gave him everything that they wanted.
Why is that not being talked about by 1090 Jake?
They're gonna give his homie a pass.
Waiting for more facts. The facts have been out, nigga.
They been
What are you
out.
talking about waiting for more facts?
He said, wait for more facts. Look at this. He
They
said it
already
clean out his
out. They
mouth.
on video. They on the paperwork. The paperwork been out.
Like,
1090
They put
Jake
the
is a
paperwork
master of
on Twitter, nigga. I
research.
didn't go look for that shit.
Adam said that shit clean out his mouth.
Adam said it out his own mouth, which he's lying. He didn't tell us the whole truth.
So of course he left a lot out, but he acknowledged that it happened. That's the start.
Yeah. Yeah, Papa Music. He's not waiting on facts. He made the decision I'm not gonna drop a video on that shit, which that's his choice. But my point to y'all is right here, because I know y'all like to move the conversations. I don't give a fuck about none of that gangster shit or that street shit. I'm telling y'all niggas that, hey, work with who you work with. Deal with who you deal with. But these white boys got a motherfucking union on you dumb niggas.
Fact.
I don't need to be a
Plantation
gangster.
politics.
I don't need to be a gangster to see the truth. I don't need to be a gangster to know the truth. I don't need to kill nobody. I don't need to rob nobody. I don't need to shoot nobody to identify what's going on in my culture and what's going on with common sense and logic with people that's outside of my culture covering my culture.
Yeah, that's why I ain't never seen or watched no 1090 Jake video, no Lord Ross, no Adam 22, because I just feel weird just even,
I haven't
seeing a
watched none of
clip.
their videos.
You know what I'm
and I haven't
saying?
watched.
Like,
I've never
none
watched
of
the
it,
full
man.
Trap Lord Ross video. I don't think.
Never.
I watched one
Never.
back in the game, a lot of it, but I never watched the full one. But I never went back again after. I kept seeing them drop, but then I would see the clips, and I'm like, that people would post on the gram. I'm like, I'm not watching that shit, bro.
What is it? He do mostly vlogs?
Huh?
What do you do? Mostly vlogs?
He make money off of, like, just
This man made 6-hour documentaries.
This nigga
He
do
made 6-hour documentaries.
documentaries on niggas, bro. He basically
Yeah.
he calls niggas murderers for crimes they didn't get convicted of.
Wow. Yeah,
And
shit. I don't
niggas
know
be
about his
defending
content.
it.
So why the hell? Okay, all right, because I never really seen his content though. But I know when Adam ran into him one time when No Jumper went to the 40s hood, and it was like Trap Lord Ross was out there with, like, they ran into each other out there.
Who, Trap Lord Ross?
Yeah, read it to Adam.
They work together. Trap Lord Ross come on to his show.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
They just had the big meeting.
No, I'm saying they all work together, and they don't cover each other in the way that they would cover another nigga, is my point.
No, right, exactly. Okay, cool. I got you.
They don't call each other out.
They give each other a pass.
Right.
They give each other advice. They haven't. You ain't gonna say nothing bad about me. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about you.
All right. No negative press. They ain't giving each other no negative press.
Exactly.
Because they know their platforms are big too. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
but they making money off of niggas, man.
Yeah, let's make money off of niggas and not talk about our shit. And white folks been doing that though.
You can look at Adam 22, man.
That's a conspiracy.
They'll say you tripping for standing up for your people, bro.
That's a conspiracy.
Man, that shit don't work with me, dog. I've been seeing how y'all niggas was moving.
Yup.
I seen how Adam got on 03 Greedo.
Yup.
Because 03 Greedo didn't come do his interview for him. Yeah. See, these niggas move different, man. I will never be as gangster as y'all niggas. I will never be as tough as y'all niggas. I will never be a stepper like y'all niggas. I will never be able to be that, so I can never try to be that. But what I'm not going to do is hide my logic and operate in fictional and false understanding and act like I don't see what happened in real time.
Right.
Yeah.
See, you don't use your platform as a weapon when you can't get your way like the majority of them do.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Academics is the number one. He used his platform like a scorn baby mama.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam is starting to do the same thing too. Glad been doing it. But you know what I'm saying? He hides his hand better at it. They all use their platform as weapons when they can't exploit the people from the culture.
I like to say this, y'all. We'll be done for the night, man. And y'all can lie to yourselves. I'm gonna tell them white boys how they got white privilege in this culture. I don't know, they don't give a fuck. They know they got it. But this for you niggas. You niggas who believe that the white man ice is colder. Put it on your mama and your daddy and put it on your motherfucking kids and yourself, nigga. That if a black man from America did everything Adam just did with giving, I don't give a fuck what it is. For nigga give. Let me start from the beginning. A federal complaint comes out. Conversations from that No Jumper podcast is in that federal complaint. An incident that happened at their studio is in that federal complaint. Then another host on the show, 2 conversations he had on that podcast is in that federal complaint. Not true. Them niggas is grown men. It's on them niggas. It's their fault. They did it. So they got to take accountability for it. He didn't put a gun to their head and make them do that. That's their fault. But I'm telling you the real. There's going to be 2 people that's going to be looked at as, hey, nigga, nah, you on some other shit. If you a nigga, that nigga that said it and did it, you got to do what you got to do with them, deal with them people. Bet. You going to get held accountable, nigga. All the niggas that did what they did, you going to get held accountable. But if you a nigga, if you're green, you're in. If you look, you might as well got booked. If you look like you gonna cooperate, you might as well cooperate because that's how them niggas gonna carry you. But if we can see in the paperwork of these niggas' federal court documents and complaints, your podcast mentioned, incidents mentioned, conversations mentioned, and then the feds came and hollered at you, and you tell us you gave them something, they're not going to believe you if you black. Other niggas are not going to believe you. What are they going to say about your platform after?
You hot. It's over.
They going to say your platform is the feds. If you black, your platform is the feds, bro. The feds is watching No Jumper. That is a federal play. They telling you they watching the platform. It's in the paperwork. Am I right or wrong?
Facts. And they
Why
still not canceled.
instigating this shit?
All right.
He's instigating this shit. He's booking niggas and allowing them to come say this. And he's releasing it. He don't have to release that shit. He choosing to release that shit. Now they say what they say on the live streams, but some of this shit that you putting out as interviews, my nigga, you antagonizing it. You instigating it.
Instigating.
He got a new blood on there for more gang content.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who is he?
Right, another plant that came out of nowhere with props and everything. Like,
yeah.
But on the cool, I see what he doing though. He doing a reflection of how niggas coming on there acting, and he doing a reflection of the culture, and he was trying to use it to go viral. Like, I just really hope that's just this. I hope that's what he's doing though, just to show niggas like this how silly niggas be looking. You know what I'm saying? Paying like just the whole image, bro. Like the whole image.
That's not. Trust me, he's not trying to do anything to help.
What they call that shit like a parody? Like a parody. Yeah,
He like trolling. He
yeah,
trolling.
trolling like he like a parody nigga. Like he trolling. He gotta be, bro. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. It's anything that he sees that's going to be controversial.
Right.
Anything that he sees that he thinks is going to be controversial, anything that he say he think he get people to click, anything that he thinks that, hey, I can get a back and forth going on because it's going to draw more. It's like a fucking high school show.
Right.
That's all it is. It ain't no deep thought to it.
But see, really, Wack sent him there Wack sent him there to play a character, because I remember Wack and Adam had like a snippet that was talking about like how could they make more money, you know what I'm saying, or some type of shit. And Wack was like, I got somebody I could bring up here, like, you know what I'm saying? I know I could pull some, you get what I'm saying? Like, and then here comes this nigga. You feel me?
It's crazy. But we'll see, man. We'll figure it out. We'll be back another day this week. I most definitely appreciate y'all tapping in. Hit that like button and turn it up. Bro was back in the backstage tripping. I was gonna bring you back on, but you got a lot going on. G, next time, bro, come in and chill, man.
Yeah, you wild,
bro. You back there tripping, bro.
out.
You back there tripping. You come back on next time, G. I got you. Bravo, I got you next time, bro. You good? You straight? What's up, dog?
Hey, real nigga. My nigga, I had a feeling you were gonna do that. No, all I want to say, hey, you a real nigga. Hey, dog, I had to keep on coming back because my shit was tripping, dog. I didn't even mean to be a nuisance. But, hey, real nigga, let nigga in and get his piece off. I done spent 30 minutes fucking with my motherfucking phone, dog. I don't even know internet, nigga. My nigga, I ain't took a picture in 3 years. So,
G, we appreciate the support, man. Stay up, man.
for sure. Hey, when next time you gonna be live?
I don't even know. I just came live tonight to make sure I covered that Karmelo Anthony case because I hadn't dropped
we
the
like
video
you
on
live,
the
my nigga.
Huh?
Black people like lives. We don't have a lot of lives. I don't want to put this on you, but the most lives we got, my nigga, is either boxing. I love boxing. I watch boxing. I seen you on the panel before, and you said something about boxing, so I know you watch it. But that's all we got. Is either that, a little bit, or nothing for real, bro. So
and the reason why I don't go live, I like to do my lives outside, and I ain't been posted up on the block. But when I get back on the block, I get back to doing the lives. But I've been just working, trying to figure out stuff. I got a lot of things I'm trying to work on right now.
I feel you, but appreciate it, my nigga. That's all I was trying to say. I ain't trying to be no nuisance or nothing, but appreciate it, my nigga.
Love, G.
That's all I had to do was
we
show
appreciate
you the
it,
love, because you ain't never been on no coon shit, my nigga. Even if I don't agree with what you saying, which I don't know when that happened, but you ain't never been on no coon shit. Which
Nah. We ain't doing that. We can't do that.
On hood, we could disagree. All that coon shit, nigga. You gotta go, cuz.
It's on for shit show, bro. Stay up, man. We appreciate it.
All right,
for sure.
Damn, I don't know how to turn this shit off.
Hey, bro.
Hey, we'll be back another day, man. Y'all hit the like button. Turn us all the way up, man. How many likes we got, man? Let's see how many likes we got tonight, man.
Man, appreciate you for having me on, though, bro.
Nah, it's love. I appreciate y'all tapping in. We had a good convo tonight, man. This case,
for real, man.
Like I say, I'm gonna say it again, bro.
Yeah, we'll be around, though. You drop the ladder, I'll pop back up on you.
For shit, so
50 y'all stay blessed and stay on your pivot at all times.
We need 50 more likes, y'all. 50 more likes right now if you ain't hit them. But I had to come tap in on that Karmelo Anthony case. That was just mandatory with everything going on in the world. Y'all make sure y'all turn it up, my nigga. We got some more shit coming. I'm gonna see how these facts come out in this Karmelo case, and we'll touch back on it. We'll see what he say. We'll see what they say. I'm gonna make this early call, bro. He does not get convicted of murder. I'm just
all right. Unless
they
charge.
come with a video that shows him just running reckless with this knife. But the way they told that story, if there was he moved him, if he put his hands on Karmelo first, Karmelo will not be charged with murder. So we got to see what all charges they will come up with. So we'll figure something out. We'll be back on it when some more news break on that. Jay Quick, I'm gonna fuck with you, man.
Man, 100, man. Always, you know what I'm saying? Love and respect for being on the
Appreciate y'all.
platform, my G.
All right. All right, Crypto, stay up, man.
Yo, salute, Ant.
For sure.